realms of science, you're not fucking with Tony. MCU Tony, nah, B, you're not fucking with him. But when it comes to mystical shit, like you know what I'm saying? Like, see, that's where it gets a little dicey. And he was fucking with something mystical with that goddamn stuff and shit. Like that.
It's been proven that everything is not fucking science. You thought that at the beginning, and then things happen.
Yeah. And then the other thing that's nuts about it too is like, I get why he got confused though. Honest mistake. He just got introduced to a Norse god, and the at least the early theme in the MCU, they just advanced aliens.
Yeah, again,
right. So he's thinking, this mystical shit is just some advanced science that I don't really.
Sure.
Yeah.
You've been wrong before.
I mean, yeah, sure. Now they've retconned it. They did almost a full retcon in Ragnarok. Nope, gods.
Yeah.
Nope, gods. That's
clearly gods.
Gods. Small, minor deities to be sure, but they're gods.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But before that, I can get Tony's confusion right there. I can get him like, Thor turned out to be Asgard and all that shit turned out to be a real thing, but they're just advanced aliens, and the primitive humans back during the 14 between the 1200 BC.
Special space.
Hey, special space, what's going on? Like, I get why he said, well, this must be some of the same. No.
That's not what's going on here. Nice try.
Yeah. Yo, if Tony had survived long enough, he'd have figured out this whole multiverse shit before everybody else.
Like, sure,
but he'd have figured that out.
Or would he though? If he would have made it through Endgame, he'd have went back to the cabin.
Yeah, he would have. He would have went back to the cabin. You're right. He'd have been Daddy Stark.
Yeah,
he tried to be the father. His father wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. It took a while. Like the Hex maybe would have brought him out.
Yeah, but then he had to get in cahoots with that damn wizard, and you know how Tony feels about him, right?
Right.
But that tracks to me anyway. It seems to me that they would have disputes and not really fuck with each other like that.
They're the same fucking person.
Yeah, and only I would argue that Steve, as crazy as it sounds, Steven is way more open-minded because he was a man of science, and then he saw that mysticism was actually real in this universe, right? So, oh shit. So now I gotta unlearn a lot of shit, or maybe not unlearn it, but I gotta add this to what I already know to get a more complete picture.
Yeah, you know, peek around. I can't just
I gotta spin the block on some of this.
All right. Oh, you're over there. Okay.
Right. Right. Damn. That's like an actual spell. Yeah, I didn't think spells were real.
There are incantations.
Right.
Oh, this is actually from a different universe.
Wait a second.
What? How did you do that so quickly?
So this object is actually magic. Oh shit. What the fuck? Like, who knew? Who knew?
We've only been trying to tell you for years, Mr. Stark.
Right. Special Space says maybe he did in another universe.
Hey, Betty.
And the TVA making sure the timeline doesn't let him get there again. Right.
That's possible.
Right. That's entirely possible. Hey, Betty. That's entirely possible. That's entirely possible. Because from what we're saying,
shut up. I haven't watched the last episode yet.
Yo, why are you playing games?
I told you. This Wednesday shit is fucking everything up. It's fucking everything up. Had it been Friday like it should have goddamn been, like the good Lord intended.
That's Trigger's Day. Well,
whatever. Matters none. I get it.
He's an older son.
I understand. My point though is Odin's son Thor is Thursday. But
he's
regardless.
adopted. He's adopted.
The point that I'm making is it fucked everything up. It's like, oh shit, it's Wednesday. Yo, what my mind thinks when I wake up on a Wednesday morning.
What does your mind think?
Has nothing to do with the MCU.
Oh. See, that's funny because when I wake up on a Wednesday morning, I'll be like, Loki.
Yeah, Nigga, yes. Now, my point though is I haven't gotten into that groove yet.
Oh yeah,
it's still not.
Yeah. I get it. It's only the 4th episode.
Right.
Problem is, there's only 2 more episodes left.
Right.
That's the problem. Oh man, yo, I really pity you trying to navigate. Listen, episode 4 was so crazy. I like, how are you doing this?
I quit.
Like, yo, I don't know how you. They're talking about it everywhere. How are you navigating this shit?
I don't be on Facebook.
Oh, well. I mean, you be in the chat.
It's different.
Yeah, that's true. Because on my phone, it's a whole completely different app. It's so you don't have to be looking up, scrolling up, doing none of that shit on the phone. So
yeah, I don't be on Facebook.
Special Space says Black Widow on Disney very soon.
Oh yeah,
forever. Excuse me, Mr. Feige. Run me my widow.
Run me my widow now. It's my widow, and I want it now. And it's coming soon. Coming soon.
Yes. Yes.
I saw a non-spoiler review of it.
I refuse to watch those too, because I'm too intuitive with some shit with comic book shit. So if he say certain things, this person does a really good job at non-spoiler reviews, and really does not spoil anything. Okay.
Funny thing about it, I watched this non-spoiler review that said review, and there were no spoilers.
Right.
I watched a video on the Fast series that said what does it say? The background for every character in the Fast franchise.
Right.
And it gives you a fucking spoiler for Fast 9. I'm like, yo, no spoiler alert? Like, none. No spoiler alert. It gives you a huge spoiler for Fast 9.
What, they told you they'd be driving? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you?
They're going to be driving, though.
Oh, clearly. No, I can't say what it is because.
Oh no, don't.
Yeah, I'm certain people still haven't watched it that intend on watching it.
Right.
But god damn, and to make it worse, I'm spoiled. It's a Universal film, so it's only in theaters.
Yeah. You know, that kind of bugs the fuck out of me. Although, if I'm not mistaken, HBO Max has a bunch of
they have a deal. Their deal is so basically, depending on how well the movie does on opening day or opening weekend, one of the two, depends on when it comes to HBO Max.
Okay.
So because it's not a Warner movie, it doesn't release.
Oh yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna do that. I just noticed I believe I'm not mistaken. Last time I was on HBO Max and I was scrolling through shit, I saw a bunch of fast shit on there.
There are, because they have a deal with Universal. It's just for new releases. I think it's a 30-day period in one case and 45 in another case or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, right. It's time.
Yo,
that would be amazing. All electric skateboards and scooters. Vin Diesel on a 300 mile per hour kick scooter. I would pay hard-earned cash. Listen to me. Hold up. I would pay hard-earned cash for that.
That's not the only thing that I heard either. I heard that they were going to be all Muppets. Vin Diesel as a Muppet.
I don't want to see that one.
One of my favorite. Speaking of Muppets, one of my favorite fucking episodes of Angel was when Angel was cursed.
Where are you going with this one, buddy?
Yo, Angel was cursed. He touched a cursed object and it turned him into a Muppet. Yo, that episode was so ass. It was so ass, yo.
When Joss is bad.
Yeah.
Joss is generally a great storyteller.
No, listen. This was purposefully ridiculous, and it was in the last season. It was purposely ridiculous.
See,
Yo,
that's how you know he gave up already.
Yo, yeah. Well, but here's the thing. He said, I got to fill this requirement of episodes, right?
Right.
And I'm kind of out of the main plot story until I get to the epic finish, which, by the way, was epic. Like
I'm sure
he killed it with that.
Josh.
Right.
Josh does epic well.
You know, he definitely lived up to that part when you got to that.
I mean, he's a piece of shit. Let me be clear.
Yes, he is. Oh, we discovered about his monkey ass.
Yeah,
but
let's be clear about that.
Yo, it was just the funniest shit. Yo, it's the one scene, because you typically in Angel, when they're about to go and get the kill the creature or whatever, they do this badass walk or whatever, and you see the cast is going to do an actual fight doing that walk. Well, in this, Angel was a Muppet, and he had the sword draped around his neck like this, and you saw Spike and all the rest of walking. I was like, yeah, this is it's hilarious, yo.
Yo, it sounds such.
Yo, Spike laughing at him when he first saw him was it killed me. I was Spike laugh that laugh, and then Angel as a Muppet being so angry that he leaps over at Spike and starts fighting Spike behind the couch, and you hear Spike laughing while he's getting his ass whipped. Yo, it was ass. They must have had fun like a motherfucker on that set. Right?
Oh, I'm certain.
They must have had fun like a motherfucker on that set. But
I'm certain.
Yeah, yo. That's what I heard about the next Fast 10, all Muppets.
Shut up, bro.
All Muppets. I have not seen the New Mutants yet, Special Space. I haven't seen it. My daughter saw it, and she didn't have great reviews. I'll check it out.
I'm just not.
I'll check it out eventually.
I want to be completely removed from Mutants and Fox
until MCU comes back with that
shit. It could be a great movie for all
I understand.
I'm just not gonna watch it.
I get it. I did. I don't know. Like, I think one of the things that hurts, that especially hurt that, is because I was a huge fan of Generation X, that comic book, and some of those characters were in the Generation X comic book. And right. if you don't, I'm not saying you got to do panel for panel, whatever, but they got to be in the realm of the same, to be the same character, right? And certain, this doesn't look like, it didn't look like to me that's what I got there. Like, it's like they took key little things that made that character, that you would know that character by, but you know, Special Space says seems either like or hate that one. Okay, got you. He said he liked the direction and the chances they took. Right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do got to take it. Listen, in that genre, especially about 10 to 12 years ago, everything was taking a chance. Like everything was taking a chance, you know. And now it's a little harder now because there is a formula, a blueprint. The MCU has developed a blueprint, and we've seen people go outside of that blueprint, and most of the times they fail, with the exception of a couple like Logan, right? I would even say Deadpool, Joker, like they went outside that blueprint and might have been successful, but overall, outside that blueprint, take a look at the last in the Unbreakable series. That shit was horrible. I still
haven't watched Split.
Well, Split, you definitely should.
Glass. Yeah, I watched Split.
Yo, it was so many missed opportunities in Glass show. I did a review on it on my Legion chat. It was so many missed opportunities, and especially like I gave him a huge pass in Unbreakable because this was pre a lot of shit.
I liked Unbreakable. It had charm.
No, Unbreakable was cool, but it didn't do for me what other superhero movies, even before that, did.
Well, I have a question. Mm-hmm. When did you watch it?
I watched Unbreakable when it came out.
Okay.
Well, time I saw it when it first came out.
You were also already an old man.
Exactly, and also very well studied and groomed in movies, comic book type movies. So there's an expectation. Don't get me wrong. It was good shit in there, especially some of the commentary about superheroes and villains, and that shit was cool, very interesting. I like that, all of that. But it was certain things I felt was lacking in the action department.
Like him actually being a superhero?
Yeah, yo, because
no, I get that.
M. Night basically was trying to give a more realistic feel, but we got a realistic feel with the Batman shit, and we still got some super heroics that was better than that. Like a chokehold. That's the final battle. A chokehold. When you get that's the that's the that's it. I was expecting a lot more than that, but it still was cool. And then the other movies in that series, they weren't bad either. Like Split was not bad.
No, I like Split.
Split was not bad at all. So when Glass came by, I was like, okay, Mr. Glass. It's a certain things in there. First of all, Mr. Glass is old as shit.
Well, yeah.
Hold up. What is Mama still doing? Yo, at the age Sam Jack looked in that movie, his mama had to be 300 years old.
Listen, clearly he comes from a line of superheroes. So it stands to reason that maybe she has an expanded lifespan. It's possible.
They look the same age in that damn.
That's what I'm saying. Black don't crack. So maybe she was 300 years his senior.
Man.
But she just
that shit was crazy.
A day over 85.
Right. Well,
I mean,
Special Space says new Doctor Strange film supposed to be going in a horror style as well. Yeah.
James Raimi.
Yep.
I mean, Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi is doing it. Yeah.
That's
it's a cool twist. Yeah, absolutely. Although his version is very campy, but MCU has a measure of camp in it as well, period. Right? That's part of the charm. So he kind of fits in with that. Biddy says she loved Unbreakable. A lot of people did. Unbreakable had a nice cult following, yo. It really did.
I think that's the reason it ended up being a series. There was no intention of it continuing.
Facts.
I think the cult following is what made him decide to go ahead and continue and flesh out.
Right, because it had the same basic pattern as M. Night's other movies with the big twist at the end and all that other shit. So I think he intended that to be a one and done. But then people liked it, want to know what happened to the character, what happened next, what did he do, blah blah blah, what happened to Mr. Glass. But, people wanted to know that shit. They wanted to know it. So, but I don't know. Like I said, by the time Glass came around, we had a decade of MCU goodness. So the world's about to be introduced to superheroes. I saw the trailer, like, all right, this is up. This is what I've been wanting. This is what I wanted you to do in Unbreakable. I forget that because there's some good shit in there, but now you about to really pay off, and it didn't really pay off for me that way. Especially not the final battle. Like there was missed opportunities there that me as a experienced director would have taken. And
okay,
he didn't.
All right. I'm
just saying.
Nope, let it slide.
Give me a budget.
Well, that's fine.
Give me a budget.
I mean,
excuse me. I need to be more specific. Give me a big budget. I need a big budget because I just say budget.
$5 for you, my guy.
Yeah, them off right. Here you go. Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I want the Infinity Saga
level.
Right? No, absolutely not. I can do that for $3. Look, I thought that.
Just like we said about Josh, let's not discredit this man's work.
Fuck Marty. Look, Marty ain't doing no special effects. Special effects cost money. Marty got a gun. And some guys in bowler caps.
Listen, them budgets still be high, my guy.
Yeah, I guess they did. Because you're right. The reason, I'm about to say, that's why
the actors. Listen, Martin Scorsese's movies are not Martin Scorsese.
You're not just going to give Al Pacino
of that group.
Yeah, you're not going to get.
You have to have at least maybe
3. Might be 3.
No, because Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street only had Leo, I think.
Oh, Leo costs. Leo costs though.
Leo costs a lot.
Leo costs, yo.
He does.
Leo costs.
I think Wolf of Wall Street only had Leo. And as toxic as the movie is, it's still a great movie. Like,
yeah.
Toxic as fuck, but
yes,
it's based off of that time period where Toxic was like
it was in.
Literally,
it's like for dinner. It's on the menu.
It was like default, like
facts,
all around default.
Facts. Facts. I'm just saying.
You know what?
What's that?
We actually have not started the show.
We have not. So maybe we probably should.
That's probably a good idea.
That's probably a good idea. So let's begin the shoe. Really good, really big shoe this week.
Stop it.
Oh, sorry. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ.
You
and I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. Now, sometimes some of the topics we will have on this show, I refer to in my own head as boomerang topics, because we throw something out there, and instead of that, the main prime suspect of the topic taking that and running with it, they keep coming back. Well, we kind of got something like that on the topics today. But before we get into that, we need to talk about this week,
bruh.
I know you got plenty to say. Hold on, let me get this out the way right now. Mine is short. It's not even.
Go ahead.
So this week we had a bunch of tornado alerts and shit. Bunch of them. But most of the ones in my area were not really in my area, except for the last one. The last one was not that far south from where we are. But they did not specifically say College Park, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, well, we good. We Gucci. The next day, I go outside. And what do I see? I see stuff that I had leaning up against the gate, like feet away up an incline.
Strewn.
Right. I saw trash cans overturned and shit like that. So, mind you, that is not necessary. Look, a strong enough wind, I don't have to be a tornado to do that. You know what I'm saying? Strong enough wind could do that. But then as I walked out a little further and looked at my front lawn and my back lawn, it had all this shit all on it, right? And it kind of like the bark of a tree, until my mother-in-law informed me, no, that's from all people's roofs. And I went and took a closer look at it, and it absolutely was all in our grass, but it didn't look like my roof. So I'm looking around the different roofs, and I was like, where could this possibly came from? So there is one house that's across and down the street from mine that does have that similar color of the debris that was in there. But I got to be honest, when I look at their roof, I don't see the damage that, I don't see it, right? So I was like, I guess it is what it is. Maybe a mystery for another time. I'll never find out. It's not like I'm the Batman. I'm not the world's greatest detective. And besides, I got a lot of shit to do. So as I turn to walk back to the door, my mother saw, we probably gonna have to sweep a lot of that up. I said, out of the grass?
Yes.
Out of the grass. And then she instantly realized.
Said what she said.
No, actually she didn't. Because she realized, well, I mean rake. Okay. And I guess that's fair.
Effectively.
Because that's stuff, it's only one problem with that. Don't have a rake. Listen.
Oh, well.
Listen,
all right.
We had one when we first got here that came with the house.
You broke it.
No.
You broke it.
I never had to use it until one day. Mm-hmm. So let me get this rake.
You broke it.
I walked over there to it and realized something.
Mm-hmm. You broke
that thing had been sitting in that corner.
You realized it was relatively flimsy, and when you went to grab
not even that. No, it literally from a distance. There
you saying it disintegrated?
No. From a distance, it looks like this rake. I walked over there to it and realized that the little pointy end, the business end, wasn't even connected to the damn stick. It was just leaning against the
broken with your mind.
Well, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I did get my vaccination. I'm known to have powers. I didn't get the Magneto shit, unfortunately, but maybe I got some telekinetics. But that motherfucker was never. Look, it never existed in the first place. Like literally, we had it out. Oh, we got a rake. No, you never had a rake. So I'm guessing. I haven't gone out there to really take a look. I went outside, but I didn't go take a look. I was busy doing what I wanted to do.
Oh,
I'm guessing that another strong gust of wind should take care of that. So there will be no raking of that grass. By the time I get around to cutting that lawn again, most of that stuff should be gone. And if some of it is still there, it'll just get chopped up in blades, because that is how the lazy man does it.
Okay.
And I am a lazy man.
So that tracks.
I'm just saying. But
no, that completely tracks.
That overall, I did some voiceover work.
Word.
Finally finished that this week. So there's this YouTuber, the Russian comic book. I can't remember the last name of the channel, but he does these motion comics, very well-known story arcs with voice acting, and he's a sound engineer, right? So that's what he does in his business. He does this for YouTube. He has a nice little followership. He watched a few of my videos, listened to the music, was like, I love your voice. Could you be Brother Voodoo for me? Now, those of you, hey DJ, those of you who don't know who Brother Voodoo is a very powerful sorcerer in the MCU who at one point was the Sorcerer Supreme when Strange had lost his powers. So he wanted me to be Brother Voodoo. And I jumped on it because I've done some voice work before. I did something for Dark Matter 2525, and and maybe some stuff for us, some stuff that we do. But this was a good chance for me to actually stretch out to try a character. So I finally finished that up. And not only did I do Brother Voodoo's voice, but I messed around and wound up doing the villain he was fighting, Black Talon, and the Minions voices as well. So I'm interested to see how that's going to turn out. I just sent that in to him yesterday. Let him hear it. I told him, no, let me, if anything you need me to redo, let me do. Oh, no, this works. I was like, okay, cool. Because it's definitely some stuff I felt like I could have redid. But if you go with it, let's hear what you do with it. His stuff is really good, man. He's done a bunch of Thor stuff. He's done some Miles Morales stuff. And it comes off really, really good. So when that is out, I will be letting people know where it is to it and everything. But it's pretty dope. What is his damn channel, man? I want to get that man his flowers real fast. Let me find his channel, cause B.
Absolutely.
Come on. Ocean Comet. There we go. Hey, here we go. The Russian Comic Book Geek. That is the name of his channel. Specifically, go and check out his God Bomb video. So it's long though. Like he did them in parts, and then after he got what he was going to get as far as views with the parts, he compiled them all into one giant like movie type thing, right? And it's pretty dope. He's got let's see, like I said, Miles Morales. He has some Justice League stuff, which I haven't checked out. I need to check that out because that's actually a dope story. Heaven's Ladder is a dope story. Check out how he did that. He has some Batman stuff. There's a comic book I've never heard of before called Super God. Might want to check that out, right? He's got Doctor Strange, more Batman and Robin, Gwenpool, the unbelievable Gwenpool, right? So like he has a bunch of dope stuff on there. So yeah, check out his channel, and when that video drops, I'll be sure to let everybody know. But that overall has been my. Oh no! I got one more thing. So there's a new cat in this house. Named Maya, after Maya Angelou. Maya's annoying. Now, it's one thing. All cats are kind of annoying. That's what it is. Especially, I'll take that back. The ones of them that actually want to engage with you can be annoying. Because some cats are just like, yeah, you there. That's cool. I'm over here though. I'm chilling. The ones that really want to engage with you can be annoying. And that's across the board with that. But this one is specifically annoying because for some reason, she has this fascination with wanting to jump on my goddamn studio table.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the problem? Mm-hmm. You might be thinking to yourself, "Oh, what's the problem with that, dead man?" Well, the problem is that
stop. I'm fairly certain nobody who's
it's somebody that said it like that. It's somebody that thought that. What's wrong with that, dead man? Jumping on my damn table. Well, my wires, my plugs, all of that shit. I don't want her banging into it. I don't want her. She's still a baby. You know, so they try the teeth out. Oh, shit. What's this? My whole setup is incumbent upon wires working correctly.
That's a fact.
If any of my shit gets chewed, bitten, and annihilated or shredded, I am shut down effectively from certain things. If it's a wire for one of my external hard drives, I no longer have access until I get another wire to the data that's on there. Which
takes approximately 1 day.
We'll see about that after your story. But
oh, nigga, you live right next to a goddamn Best Buy.
I'm not going to hold up.
My point is
no,
nigga. My point is you can be lazy all you want,
nigga,
but you have the opportunity to be made whole.
Going up to the Best Buys, being lazy, that's not the reason I would go to that Best Buys. We've talked about this before. That Best Buys is trash.
It doesn't matter if they have what you need. It doesn't matter.
Refuse.
If the human. Oh, I thought we were.
Hey, that's a good. Shut up. A special space. I might try that. A fake snake on the table. I might try that.
A cucumber.
No, fuck. I look like what? Goddamn cucumber on my damn.
Cats. You haven't seen the videos. Cats are terrified of cucumbers.
Not these cats. Y'all just don't. It's something about.
It's a new cat.
Listen, she's here now. It's something about this family and the collective energy that we must exude. Every cat that comes in here is ass.
Well,
every single one, and it can't be the cat. The cat wasn't born here.
No, it's not the cat. It's you.
It's great, right? Well, no, it's not. No.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I didn't think I would have to be the one to break it to you.
Listen.
Yeah, it's kind of you.
Are you today, July 3rd, 2021, making the claim that I am ass?
He's gonna do it.
That
anyway.
is what the?
He's gonna do it anyway. This is my point, actually.
Demonstration.
Thank you for proving my point. Demonstration complete. You literally just proved my point. Like I don't understand.
All I can simply say to that is I got a couple questions. First, how dare you?
We literally have it's possible, but as far as the names that I can see, we literally have no strangers here. Like everybody has seen this show before. I don't need to.
Are you insinuating that everyone on the live stream now has seen this show? However, there are people that will listen.
I am specifically outright saying everyone whose name I can see has seen this show before.
Listen, we get new people listening to the show.
Matters none. They will catch on. There's no way. There's no way. Nah, B.
SBJz.
You don't even know where to go because you don't want to.
Listen, SBJ's besmirchment aside.
See, there you go. Okay.
These cats ain't going to just fall for the banana and the tailpipe.
Actually, that probably would help.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get a cucumber. I'm going to place it up there. But I'm telling you, when I take that picture, and I'm taking it with the Sony so I get the extra megapixels.
Okay.
I take that picture of one of them up there literally carving it up.
You listen, understand what you're doing.
What?
You're going out of your way to prove a point that's not necessary to prove. We're not saying it's 100% going to work. We're saying that it's what happens in life.
Not these cats, man.
That's fine, but it doesn't hurt you to try.
It's different.
Sure. I get it. So what you do is the next time she jumps on the table, sneak up on her, casually place the cucumber, and just wait for her to see it.
Okay. As I said, this is an experiment that is entirely within the realm of being able to be done.
Yeah.
And it will be done.
Yeah.
We will see.
But you have to make sure she doesn't see you put it there.
I mean, where her
at least that's what I've experienced from all the videos.
Well, cats aren't dumb. I mean,
I've never done it.
You put it there and they go, I see you just put that there.
Right.
But if I put a real snake there, I just put that there too. So like I'm just saying. But other than her jumping on the table, the last thing about this is that she's loud.
Okay.
AF.
She's a baby.
Listen, we've had other baby cats. Like I'm talking banshee.
Okay.
Well,
come on now.
Yeah, listen, it's to the point where
her voice box ain't even big enough for her to be banshee loud.
Well, that's because she's doing kind of what Cyclops does with the optic beams. She's funneling that sound from a universe of sound. It's a portal in her throat, right? You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
She's loud as fuck to the point where the only reason you're not hearing her now, right, is because I think you had to take her up out of here. Because if she was in here now, and you know the few times during the show I may go to the bathroom, she see me.
Yeah. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works. No, that's not what cats sound like.
I know. He knows. He knows.
I don't like you.
No, it's annoying. It's annoying. Biddy says, put a cloth on the end of the table.
No,
catch your slip.
Don't do that. Don't, because worst case scenario, your shit gets knocked out.
I was about to say. Look, we had a cat. She passed on before we moved here. Jamani. I remember Jamani was on the bed, and I don't know what she was trying to do, but whatever it was, she started slipping on the blanket. And as she was coming down, the blanket was coming down, she was coming down. The look of horror on her face as she was on the edge of the bed is the exact equivalent look that Gandalf had in that Lord of the Rings movie. And he was like, fly, you fools. That's how she looked. And she dragged all that shit down. So I'm just imagining.
What we don't imagine
is right, my wires.
Traumatize the poor baby, screw up some shit.
No, I'm not worried about traumatized baby. You can't be pulling my wires out of my damn computer.
No, we don't traumatize the living being. We don't.
What about this living being? See, this is the problem. No,
you'll be fine. We're punching up.
I'll be radicalized, down. Is what will happen.
For a temporary, it's like a berserker rage. It's not. It doesn't last forever. You just have to find a way to stay away long enough for him to calm down. I get it. You just gotta find a way to stay away long enough for him to calm down. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, the cat will be fine. My equipment might take a hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't afford to let that happen. But yeah, that was my week.
And she can only land on her feet if she can get her foot loose from the damn sheet.
And if she wants her foot loose, she has to consult Kevin Bacon.
Shut up,
but look, he went right into it. Look, listen, but that was my week. that was my week. A little longer than I thought it would be.
God. You're insufferable.
I suffer plenty.
No, nigga. All right. So we're gonna start off with a little petty. I told you so.
Oh shit.
So everybody that's been listening recently knows that I started messing around with the crypto. And there are a couple strategies that people do and use to do different things. It's a whole thing. It would take a while for me to explain all of it. Let's just keep at that how that is. Fill in the blanks. If you care, if you don't, then that's not necessary. Don't worry about that.
Right.
But one of the ways that people get into or trade into crypto is through an app. Well, it doesn't have to be an app, but a thing called a wallet. It can be an app, it can be a hardware wallet, it can be all types of different things. So the funniest thing happened. So I'm in I'm in groups with a bunch of people, and Apple decided to cripple the functionality of the most popular crypto wallet on phones.
Why they do that?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I never looked into it because I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect me. So I have no idea why they did it. Don't care.
Right.
This is just a told you so. Apple wants to control your lives.
Yes.
And
I mean, we did
a lot of it. I'm being fair.
Right.
I'm going to be fair this whole episode because I'm going to say some shit that some people are not going to like, and it's okay. But anyway, yeah, I have no idea. Like I said, it's the most popular crypto wallet on phones, and Apple has effectively erased half of the functionality. And you should see the frenzy of people. Like, oh my God, I gotta go buy an Android now. I don't know what these are people that are like, y'all think
they're in the ecosystem. They're in the ecosystem. Yeah.
Y'all think I'm into crypto. These are people that like live and breathe this stuff.
They believe this is their retirement right here. Like this,
and
this
they could be. They actually could be right. Because there are ways. But anyway, just seeing the deluge of people like, why would Apple do this to us? And I gotta go buy an Android now. And I'm like,
stop buying electronics named after fruit. Go ahead.
I mean,
it never goes right.
I'm not even gonna.
It never goes right.
I'm not even mad. That was impressive. So yeah, that was that thing. So again,
it was mad. It was big mad.
Chris, just Chris, made a post on Facebook the other day. He shared it, and it was a caption. I mean, it was a post that said, "There's nobody more stubborn than someone who just won't buy an iPhone." So he's like, yo, he's like, y'all are bugging. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Yo,
like, and then you had a couple iPhone people came on the post like, yeah, y'all are stubborn. And Chris like, yo, I don't get it. And Aaron came and was like, yeah, y'all stubborn. And Chris was like, yo,
wow, it was a whole Apple party.
Explain. He was like, what's so good about it? And I commented under. I was like, yo, he won't be able to answer that question for you. And for that, I am ashamed.
Damn.
And he came back on later. Well, no, Chris was like, yeah, yo, something. I was like, yo, it's basically they are the most popular, and everything outside of and all the things that come along with popularity, because there are benefits to popularity.
Yep.
Especially there are benefits to widespread adaptation.
Absolutely.
And in the technology world, it's just how that works. Yeah. So outside of that, it's all preference. And then Aaron came back like, yeah, y'all see, I ain't say nothing, right? Like I had no answer.
There's no answers. There was no answers to be had.
Because at the end of the day, that's really what it is. If you spend a comparable amount of money for a device, whether it's Apple or Android, they're going to be able to do pretty much the same
damn thing.
It's just that for me personally, I have no desire to be completely locked into their ecosystem.
I don't either. And you know,
there's too many things.
That's about to say, it's too much things that we do.
Yeah.
It's like I can't be locked in. And plus, you know the old saying, one bad apple spoils the whole.
Okay. All right. I'm not allowing this one. You had your fill. You had
fine. Fine. Okay, I'm over the limit.
Okay. All right. So
listen, what y'all need to understand is that exasperated sigh he just gave, that wasn't even just his sigh. That was the sigh of his ancestors. Hundreds of years ago. The level of frustration, like this is genetic frustration. This has come because what he's about to tell you, if you was in his shoes, you would have that side too.
All right. It's a little tough for me to talk about. So I told everybody, I told y'all I was getting a new computer. Mm-hmm. When I was first getting a new computer.
Yes.
That was back in May 20th. Mm-hmm. I ordered the computer. There's a chip shortage right now that affects pretty much all electronics.
Yes.
Worldwide, because the vast majority of chips come from one company in Taiwan. And there are outliers. You know, Apple makes some of their, well, I don't know if they make it, but they have their own chips.
Right.
Google makes their own chips. Samsung makes their own chips for certain things. But the vast majority of computer chips come from this one company in Taiwan.
Right.
And that's mainly because the startup costs, apparently, to be able to have this business at scale is like tremendous, and nobody else wants to get involved with that shit. So they just allow the one company to do what they do. All right. So there's a shortage. So I am like, not only am I in IT, because I had this conversation with somebody actually. I was under the false pretense that if you're actually in IT, then you're a geek. I was under this false pretense.
Yeah.
And I talked to this one person, and I was like, it was the first time I ever thought to ask the question, because she told me she was IT, and I asked her, I'm like, are you like a tech geek? She's like, no. I'm like, no. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, the two things don't have to.
They don't. And you know, when you first saw the integration of that sort of thing being a thing, Geek Squad, like
sure,
people that work, they not. A lot of, well, I ain't gonna say all of them, but a lot of them are not. Right. It's McDonald's to them. It's
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you are absolutely correct. So I'm like, all right, damn, okay, right. But anyway, I am tech geek completely through and through. I've always, as almost as early, well, not as early as I can remember, but as early as was feasibly possible. My mother sat me in front of a computer. This is what this is. This is what this does. Blah 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 blah. And from that point forward, I was in love. So I am never going to. I would never make my first choice to buy a consumer grade computer. That's just not. It doesn't make sense.
No, I think.
So custom PC is the way to go. So with any custom PC, when you go to buy the custom PC, there are PCs that are built for gaming, but not necessarily custom PCs.
Right.
Anytime you go to buy a custom PC, the total process may take like a month.
Yep.
That's generally how that goes.
Yep.
I'm aware of this. So again, I went to get the PC.
Because this is my second custom one. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, May 20th. But because of the chip shortage, and if I'm going to spend some money on it, I'm doing things to try to avoid the poor tax.
Right.
The poor tax dictates that you don't have enough money So you buy things you need, but not the best version of them.
Right.
And because of that, you end up needing to buy another one relatively soon, much sooner than you would have actually had to buy another one.
Facts.
So when I make purchases like this, I make my best attempt to avoid the vortex. Mm-hmm. So in doing that, and then on top of that, just with technology in general, future proofing. That's
the whole thing.
Yeah. So I need the not necessarily the best, but the relatively newest, because that's how that works.
Right.
So in getting that added 6 weeks to the process. I was not happy about it, but I knew it was a necessary evil.
Right.
So I ordered that. The shipping estimated shipping date, not delivery, shipping date was July 19th.
Right.
From May 20th. Come June 11th, I'm looking and still not seeing any update. Still hadn't taken the money out of my account.
Right.
So I'm like, nah, screw this. Cancel that. Well, before I canceled it, I made sure I could find another computer. Found another computer. Was like, all right, cool. Canceled that. Went to buy the other computer. Mm-hmm. It ended up being basically a better computer.
Right.
Minus
no, tell the truth. He got a goddamn 3090.
Well, yeah. It ends up being a better computer minus storage, but I can always just add storage. So fine. But so I bought that around June 11th. Estimated delivery time was July 1st. I'm like, all right, bet. That's much better.
Yeah.
July 1st was Thursday. Well, obviously that hasn't happened because we would have started this show a lot
differently. Yeah.
A lot differently.
Yeah.
All right. So this week, Monday, because it was supposed to get Thursday, Monday, I look at the order, and similar to the other computer, there was no update. Now, they had taken my money, so I wasn't worried about that part. I knew the computer was coming,
right?
But I still had no update. I'm like, why is there no update? So the very next day, I get an update. And they say, where is it? I get an update that says it's in transit, estimated delivery not available yet. Okay, cool. Because that was Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know exactly where it is. So it could still be about Thursday. You know? Because it doesn't say.
It was in the
ether. It was in the ether somewhere. Then Thursday, I get that same exact message, which means it's likely not coming Thursday. It's likely not coming Thursday. I mean, they say, okay. So Friday. No, I'm sorry. The first date that I got was the 5th. Now, the 5th is a Monday.
Right.
I get the vast majority of my important packages shipped to my job because of reasons like this, because I don't want it to get here and just be sitting outside and have the possibility of somebody taking it or it rained on or whatever the case may be. So I get them
more than likely somebody taking it.
Actually, no, I've never had that problem.
Listen.
I just want to. I don't tempt. There's no reason for me to tempt fate.
right. I'm just saying that area right there.
No, I mean it's absolutely possible. I mean, not with UPS. UPS has my door code, so
they can just put it in there.
They put my shit by my door, like my apartment door, so that's fine. But this was FedEx. FedEx has my door code, but when I made the order, I hadn't set up my FedEx yet, so he didn't have my door code at the time. So The first date was the 5th, which is a Monday, which would normally be fine, but we're closed on Monday because it's an observed holiday.
Right.
Then it was like, oh, we have a delivery update for you. I'm like, oh, do you?
Indeed.
July 3rd, which is today.
That's today.
Saturday.
Today's the 3rd.
We're also closed on Saturdays. So it was not helpful at all. My intent, what I was going to do, I was going to camp out and be like, hey, I'm here.
Right.
Spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you should go with your first instinct, but we're going to get back to that. So, Friday is when I got the message that it would be here Saturday. Because I was hoping it would come Friday.
Right.
That didn't happen. So I got a message it would be a Saturday. Then this very morning, matter of fact, before I get here. So I'm on my FedEx app, because like I said, I'm set up with them now. I'm on my FedEx app, and it has an option for you to pick the package up at one of their spots, at one of their locations. So I hit that, and the message that I get is, we can't do this right now. Check back in a couple minutes. Okay, so I'm a couple minutes pass. Try it again. I get the same message. A couple hours pass. Try it again. Get the same message. So when Friday comes, I'm like, all right, this is still not working. Let me call them. Nigga. I called FedEx. They like, oh yeah, we can't do that because HP left a note for us to not deliver it anywhere but where they said to deliver it. Now, that's bittersweet because on the one side, they're looking out for the package.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. I'm not mad at that. What I'm mad at is the fact that y'all didn't fucking tell me that when I was trying to do this. That's my issue. So they're like, yeah, you got to call HP. I'm like, cool. I call HP. I'm like, hey, I need to first. It's hard. It was hard to find their number on the damn site because nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants you to call anymore.
I mean,
you're a muggle with Xfinity too, but
you're a muggle.
Not Harry Potter. Shut up.
Oh shit.
So I get the number. Well, before I get the number, I see there's a frequently asked questions. One of them is, can I change my delivery address? Emphatically, no.
Right? That probably was at the top of the list of the frequently asked questions.
It was. That's what the next one. Can I edit or change my order after it's been shipped? Emphatically, no.
No. Screw you. And third, screw you. That's
right. But I soldiered on and ended up getting to a number. I called the number and I'm like, listen.
You asked them everything they just told you.
No, I didn't ask them a damn thing. I was pissed at this point because I had to go through all that. And I don't like rejection. So I'm like, listen, y'all sending me something. I sent it to the place I sent it to because of the date that y'all gave me. Y'all changed the date. I need y'all to change the location.
And they went.
Okay. Well, nah. She was like, well, okay, to verify some of my information. And she's like, well, what's the reason that you're making the change? I told, okay, let me say this again. I ordered something. You gave me a date. The date that you gave me
changed.
Someone would have been available to receive the package. Right. The date that you changed it to, not you specifically, but the date that it's changed.
No, I'd have made it about her.
Well, no, I think it's more FedEx than HP.
Somebody got to get this.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have helped me. But anyway, like the date that it's changed to, no longer is anyone available to receive the package.
Right.
And the thing I want to avoid is you guys making several delivery attempts and deeming it undeliverable and sending
right. That's what
I want to avoid.
Yeah.
I joke about the impatience of it all, but it's really, I don't want this shit to go back to.
Nah, I feel you.
Was it Nebraska? Somewhere, some other state.
Oh, so you know how to
didn't realize. Shut the fuck up. She was like, all right, cool. I gotta put you on hold. I gotta talk to my supervisor to put this through. She found a location and verified that I would be okay with that location. I told her, yeah. She put me on hold. She sent me to them.
Where was the location again?
Shut up. They talked to them. They're like, yeah, we can do this. I'm like, cool. So this morning, that was yesterday. So this morning at 8:00, I get a text message.
No, not another text message.
Your delivery is rescheduled to Tuesday the 6th. That's fine. That's actually fine. I'm okay with that. Yes, absolutely. Because no matter if they try to deliver it to the job or if they sent it to the location, they would be open. So that's fine. But here's the thing. 8:26. Your delivery is rescheduled to 7:05. Monday.
Is it though?
Wait. There's more. 8:28. Your delivery is rescheduled to Tuesday, 7/6.
See. This is the shit I be talking about right here. This is the shit.
But wait. There's one more. 10:20. Delivery attempt. A reattempt will happen on the next business day. So, had I gone and camped out at my job,
you'd have your computer right now.
I would have my computer.
They played you
as we speak.
They played you because that's not how that was supposed to go.
That is not how any of that was supposed to go.
And see, this is what I mean by when I asked you, is it though? Because they're doing shit that they didn't say they were going. They didn't tell you they were going to do.
I mean,
every time they delay it, it seems like it's some other dumbass shit.
What are we talking about here? Like, what? What are we? FedEx? Come on, bro.
They showing up at places y'all didn't agree that that's where you were supposed to be at to get it.
Yeah.
So when they attempt to drop it here at my crib and then message you saying,
listen to me clearly.
It was an attempt, but the guy that lived there didn't have your signature, so he couldn't sign it. Like, yo, that's crazy.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
What's also fucked up is you're currently, as we speak, your property that you paid for is just floating around out there somewhere.
No. Floating around out there somewhere here. See, that's worse.
So they say.
No, nigga, it's here. That makes it worse.
They have zero credibility right now.
It's kind of within reach, but not. Like a 30-minute drive would get me my shit.
Yo, all these. How about this, FedEx? How about this? Just call this man.
That's it.
And say, hey, we got shit here. Come get it.
Come get it. Oh, word, say less.
And then you could take your phone, send yourself a link to this, and then while you're there,
I mean, real shit. No, listen to me clearly. Listen to me clearly. If I got a message that said, hey, yo, come get your shit. Hold up. Wait, what to say?
Got a new message.
It's not from them. It's not from them. But if I got a new message, it's like, yo, hey, yo, come get your shit. I'd be like, all right, hold up. Let me get this link real quick.
Yo, them motherfuckers are just incorrigible. Yo. Like, listen.
Yo, and completely incorrigible.
Like this shit is bad, B, because a lot of times we tend to take for granted, especially before the pandemic shit, right?
Yeah.
Before that, we took it to granted. Oh, you just place the order and it'll be here. Matter of fact, we had companies like Amazon.
Yo, Amazon and UPS
making that their shit.
Yeah,
that's their shit. So you kind of expect that, right? That type of service. Honestly, now.
Even throughout the pandemic, I haven't.
Amazon has not
been UPS.
Yeah, but I think Amazon also think Amazon be capping, right? So this has been my experience with them since during the pandemic shit.
Mm-hmm.
they purposely give me the wrong date.
Yeah,
so they get here early to cushion their shit.
But I suspected that as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that it's not true. But however, I've started seeing shit like, yo, if you order this right now, it'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I've seen it.
For real? And they was like, yeah.
I've taken advantage of it on the
camera. All right. So I hit buy, and sure enough, tomorrow it be there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sure.
So I don't know if maybe like so let's say for instance, any given facility has 10 drivers that come out of it, right? And let's say whoever was sorting that package just happened to do an exceptional.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
What's going on? Happened to do an exceptional job that day and got through their sorting faster than normal. So they went and helped somebody else.
Right.
And then what was not supposed to be delivered till tomorrow ended up getting sorted early. Mm-hmm. Driver was there. Hey, go ahead. Like, send that out the window. Take that where it's supposed to be. Make this person happy. I don't know. So
yeah, it's been my experience that they don't care about making you happy. But
no. I don't know about that. I think every other aspect of the company gives zero fucks about you being happy. But I think the delivery aspect absolutely cares because that is their thing at this point.
That could possibly be true. You know, got to compartmentalize it. It's just that I've dealt with Amazon on
returns.
Consumer thing.
Fuck you. Yeah,
returns.
You're selling. No, fuck you.
As
too.
well as I was an Amazon seller.
Right.
I've dealt with like their customer service be.
Yeah, I don't think they care about none of that other shit.
Yeah.
I think they just care about delivery because that's their thing right now. Like,
right.
They effectively went from a bookstore to an everything store to a delivery service.
Yeah.
Like they've effectively made that transition, and it is one of the great stories of fucking industry, as fucked up as companies be.
I was about to say, yeah,
because you know how that goes. Yeah,
you know how they treat their employees.
Absolutely,
they on some bullshit.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
but just as far as from an industry standpoint, it's one of the great stories of industry.
Yeah. Well, all I can tell you is it sucks. It sucks for a lot of reasons. One, there's still the thing about I've been wanting SPJ to hurry up and play the new No Man's Sky Prisms update, and he has staunchly refused to do so until he got his new computer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So this holds that up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, video footage from a music video that we shot. That's in his camera, not on the computer, because it's a bunch of shit to get that on the current computer that he has now. It takes forever for that shit to happen. So it's a lot of things that's holding up, right? And it's not cool because I lucked out. Don't ask me how. I can't tell you. But when I went and placed the order to get my new rig, it came in the allotted time without the bullshit. So it's one of these things where, you know, when it rains, you don't want to get wet and you don't have an umbrella. You try to walk in between the raindrops.
I'm stupid.
I pretty much walked in between the raindrops for that shit.
You know, the funny thing about that is my computer actually, even with all the bullshit, my computer got here faster than a computer. If I would have got the same card that you got, that computer would not be here.
Which is crazy to me because previously when I was looking for shit, and all of the goddamn delivery dates were ass. All of them was ass. With the same card. This one was not.
Yeah.
Right? Matter of fact, initially, even the 20 series, ass.
Yeah.
Ass.
Oh no, it's not about it being a new card.
Right.
It's the fucking it's crypto blowing up. That's what the issue is with the graphics cards.
Right.
Crypto blowing up, everybody's getting more familiar with crypto, and people like, oh, I can get I can effectively get cryptocurrency without directly paying for it. All I gotta do is buy some graphic cards. Right. Okay, let me buy a bunch of graphic cards.
Right.
So
I hate it here.
That's how that shit happened. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, if I would have, if in the same time period that I bought this computer, if I would have bought the card that you have, the computer wouldn't be here yet. And when I say be here, I don't mean I wouldn't have it. I mean it wouldn't be here yet. It wouldn't be in Maryland. The reason that I'm getting this is because I got the higher card. Because
but that makes it worse because it's here in Maryland.
Well, yes, nigga, I agree. But what I'm saying is the reason that's the case is because I got the higher card and people weren't spending the money that was like people were less willing to spend the amount of money that this card costs to get this card.
Right.
So it wasn't as in high demand as the other newer cards.
Yeah, well,
they
need to get on their business.
I just want it to not go back to where it came from.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
FedEx.
I'm not tripping off of Tuesday.
Run up his rig.
That's it. Like if they don't try, they say 2 to 3. All right. So worst case scenario, basically, effectively, not absolute worst. Effectively, worst case scenario is Tuesday, because Monday. I don't know if they consider Monday a business day since it's an observed holiday.
Oh, I don't think they do.
I don't think so either.
You need to go on their website to check.
But that would be good. That would be good because that means that even if because when HP puts that order in to allow them to give it somewhere else, that takes time. That's to propagate. So
and this is FedEx that's shipping this to you.
Right. So what happens is FedEx. The reason they tried to deliver it to my job today was because they didn't get that order yet. It didn't come through to them yet. So worst case scenario, if they don't consider Monday a business day, which it looks like they do because that's when they scheduled to. At no point has this been scheduled to be delivered on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's always been Saturday or Monday. Right. Now, Saturday isn't a business day either, but I don't know why it was the choice. But Tuesday would be actually ideal.
Like, so I'm looking at the FedEx schedule. I'm looking at the FedEx schedule. It says here are the 2021 holiday schedules you should keep in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Independence Day is on that.
We're
working hard to keep up with more shipments than ever. Allow plenty of time to ensure your deliveries arrive when you need them to. And click on Independence Day. Okay. Yeah, B. So it say close.
Sunday or Monday?
Monday closed.
Okay. Then
now you got FedEx Custom Critical. That's open.
Oh fuck! Never mind. They got there's no point in going through all that.
Yeah, but most of the ones that is closed.
What I'm looking at is getting it Tuesday. Because again,
is this whatever? You're not shipping this express, right? This is ground or
I don't fucking know. I don't know what HP I don't know what they chose to use to send it. But Tuesday is best case scenario. I don't have to make an extra trip. I do because it won't be there. Actually, if they deliver at 10 o'clock in the morning, then I really don't have to make an extra trip because I'll be downtown already.
Right.
So that would be ideal for it to come Tuesday morning. I'd be downtown already. Don't got to make an extra trip. When I go to leave downtown, I just grab the computer and go about my business. Come out to the jobs, do my work, come home, and the rest of that day will be dedicated to. It's messed everything up. Because this was a 3-day weekend, I was hoping to have the studio rearranged at least. No. But there was no reason. It didn't make sense for me to rearrange the studio before today,
right?
Because we're shooting.
Yeah.
And I don't have the new computer, so it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, they need to get on their shit, man. Get this man his goddamn computer.
That's it.
Your week was pretty trash. So I ain't gonna lie.
I just don't want it to go back. That's it.
That's it. No one wants it to go back because then it takes
time. I'm not tripping off it not being here Thursday. I done waited a month anyway.
No, that's to me.
A day or two is not
waited
gonna...
a month. Shit.
No,
the way I be waiting for the shit.
A day or two is not gonna hurt anything. I'm not mad about it not being here Thursday. I'm mad about the potential of it sitting back to that motherfucker and me having to wait again for
another fucking month.
Here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. Because it's a custom computer, it wouldn't take that long because it's built already. So it would go back to HP and they would contact me and ask me how I wanted to handle it. And I would say, send me my shit back.
Yeah. The longer they hold, I said, this is what I don't like about it. The longer they have your shit in possession somewhere in some holding facility, be it a truck or whatever, it increases the chance of something dumb happening.
That's true.
And I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit.
That's like that shit. That's never ideal. But it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it.
No, it's not. I mean, we could.
Like I said, worst case scenario,
we could pull up.
No, we can't because I have no idea where the fuck it is.
We can track. We should be able to track.
No, listen. The tracking says, and I think they do this on purpose now.
Because they don't want us to pull it up.
No, nigga. I saw Cindy complaining about this with Amazon. I don't know if it was Amazon or UPS. Yeah, it says Sparrows Point, and yeah, Sparrows Point is not downtown.
Damn.
So, yeah, customer not available or business closed. Yeah, the fucking business is closed because it's Saturday. We're not open on Saturdays.
Well, some businesses are, so they was like,
hey. Yes, some businesses are, but we're not one of those businesses. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. We'll see. Again, Sparrows Point is not downtown. I'm not sure where they got that idea from.
No, I don't know. They're not from here. See, so
I'm fairly certain that's not. I'm fairly certain that's not the reason.
They ain't from here. They from around here.
All right, so I wanted to address two things that are not on the docket. Lightly,
Cap's got to address something.
If you want to say anything after I say the couple things that I'm about to say, feel absolutely free.
Oh, okay.
Number one, it's still fuck Cosby and free Britney.
Yes.
Number two, remember I said people were going to be mad about something I said today. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
There's a jury?
We have to learn to be mad and still be accurate.
Yes.
We have to learn to be mad and still be accurate.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing way too many side-by-side pictures of
things that are irrelevant or missing the nuance.
I can't remember or I can't remember how to pronounce her name, but the Olympic track.
Oh yeah.
I've seen way too many side-by-side pictures of her and Michael Phelps talking about, well, Michael Phelps. No, that's not the same scenario. That's not what happened. He did not test positive for marijuana. That's not what the fuck happened.
Right.
Also, well, it's how y'all going to say that they can't smoke weed in the Olympics when a bunch of people in America is rich off of weed. America doesn't make the rules for the Olympics. I know y'all live in America.
Some
of y'all have never left America.
I
know that we've been fed this idea that America is number one.
Fuck yeah.
That's not how life works. The Olympics is not beholden to America.
Right.
It's not how that works.
Right.
That being said, I'm absolutely standing by her. She will. That's funny. That's what. That's the stuff that I've been enjoying about this. Joe said, if you can smoke weed and win a race, you should get an extra medal. Listen, my guy. I'm with you on this one. Like I said, I'm with her.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Listen, there are a lot of things that are racist. I don't know what I would say about this one. I don't know. First of all, let me say, I don't give a fuck about the Olympics.
Me either. I've never had.
Never have I cared about the Olympics. When I see Gabby and Simone and all, when I see them, I clap it up and I keep my day going because I don't know shit about the Olympics. Don't care about the Olympics. When you hear stories of Simone literally getting lower scores because people can't physically do the things that she's doing, so they don't score it, that's insane. That seems more racist to me. I've seen the weed policy being called racist, and I'm not sure that that's the case in this scenario. I think that most things that are governed by the United States that have something to do with weed are inherently racist.
Oh, without question.
But when we're talking about something global, I'm not sure if racism is the number one on that list. I think it's still on that list, but I'm not sure if it's the number one because, again, now to use Michael Phelps the way that it actually happened, he was punished for being in a picture where there was weed being smoked.
Yeah, that's actually what happened.
Yeah,
it's actually what happened.
Michael Phelps is not black, so I'm not sure that. Yes, that is absolutely true, but again, there are. The way I would look at that is there are enough places in the world that don't give a fuck what the United States has to say about pretty much anything that are just as powerful, almost as powerful, or whatever, depending on your metric, more powerful than the United States. And a lot of those places.
Well, I would say more influential.
Right.
Yeah. Because power is
it's right.
Yeah,
it's a little touchy with that one.
Yeah.
But and those places feel like, I'm just not on that as heavy. Like I said, I still think it's on that list. I'm just not sure it's the number one. Like for the United States, I'm certain it's number one. Like you would have to convince me that it's not number one for the United States. For the Olympics, I can be convinced that it is number one.
Part of this, though, honestly, you got to go back to Nixon for. The whole war on drug shit. We have statements by him saying the reason for the whole stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
So when you have
blacks and poors.
Yeah, blacks and poors. So when you have that being
Hold on, wait. I would like to fight you on this, Joe. The UK is absolutely more racist than the United States.
Yo, in 2015,
they originated this shit.
In 2015, didn't them whores just pay off slave traders and shit?
Right.
They gave them
that is the only thing I'd be willing to fight you on. The UK is more racist than the United States.
I think it's so close. but no, like I said, you got to go back to Nixon for this, and this is what I think a lot of people are trying to get at. So just the attitude, weed is bad, and then the punishment that come behind it,
absolutely,
comes from that whole war on fucking drug shit that Nixon started with the specific intent, and this is one of the things where, so. It's kind of like the shit that's happening over there in Africa that are still dealing with the results of colonization, right? So when they put certain systems in place 120 years ago, it's real easy for people that's not invested in the shit that's happening over there to go, well, that was 120 years ago. But if those systems are still in place now, it might as well be.
Right. I went to Kenya when I was 10. They were occupied by UK.
Yes.
Literally occupied. Literally, when we got off of the plane, there were UK soldiers with guns.
Facts. Like, and mind you, that's Kenya. So you start talking about all these other countries, the European countries that had colonies there, like France. The bullshit they pull. If we, I don't want to take it down that because that's not the topic,
right?
And that goes into the whole thing with the Berlin Conference, and Leopold and them. But trust me when I tell you, they put a system in place all them years ago, and if the shit is still running off of that system, it's still going to be ass. And that's what a lot of this. We're gonna always have problems here with that drug shit until motherfuckers take that shit away from the whole moral thing, right? As long as it's connected to that, you're going to see the results of it. You're going to see motherfuckers going. I just witnessed, not too long before we did the show, somebody on some fucking, in some article, in the thread in the article, talking about, well, she shouldn't smoke weed in the first place. That's listen, shut up.
Well, all right, so this is my take on the situation from the information that I have gathered.
Right.
Because again, I don't give two shits about the Olympics
at all.
Anything like you telling me that the United States or the world being racist is happening, my reaction isn't one of shock. I'm just like, okay, fine. My take is, and I hear loud and clear the people who don't agree with this take. I hear you. That's fine. You're entitled. And I'm entitled.
Yes.
When you decide to participate in something, if there are rules, you have to A, abide by the rules, or B, be with the shits when you don't abide by the rules.
Right.
She took full accountability.
She did.
Of what happened.
She absolutely did.
That is the end of the story.
For me, that was the end of it for me.
Yeah.
She said, okay,
now, if you want to
I was supposed to, and I didn't do it.
Right. Now, if you want to have a separate conversation on whether that's a fair rule or not, I'm for it.
But also the fact that she had just heard about the passing of her moms. And there's a lot of other things in here that is not going to be mentioned by the mainstream press. She's fucking human. Instead, what the press will do was demonize her. And I saw that happen again because they pulled up some old tweets that when she was 15. Now, listen, let me tell y'all something real quick.
Bro,
if you could find shit that I said
when I was 15,
oh my goodness. Yo, my friends and I are fond of referring to each other as trash for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, because it's mostly true.
Yeah,
we are trash.
Right.
We're just recyclable.
Right.
But also because it's funny. It's funny.
Hilarious, actually.
The reality of the situation is, though, as much as I'm recyclable now, I was not recyclable at 15.
Right.
I was all trash all the time. Trash. I mean,
same trash station, same
trash channel, same trash town, right? So when she was 15, she said some very at least one of them was. One of them was. The other one, we don't know what that was about for real. But if you was a hazard guess, I think it would be fair to say that it could have been about that too. She was 15.
Yeah.
Again, when I was 15. Nigga.
Yeah.
When and it's only because there wasn't a Twitter,
right,
or social media in that sense. When I was 15, there wasn't even computers. It wasn't even home computers, right? So that's the only reason why. That's when I see people who I am fairly certain was every bit as trash, maybe even more trash than me, coming out and pulling that out and going, "Yo, she was 15."
Is it fitting?
Dumb as shit.
She was a slight fitting.
I was dumb as shit at 15. What?
Most of us were.
I was dumb as.
The vast majority of us were.
Dumb and
we weren't running around being a bunch of Gretas.
No. Greta's an anomaly.
Yes.
It was trash. Absolutely. Yo, I was just listen. It is fair to say that at 15, I was a menace to myself and my entire community.
So you're saying it stands to reason to call you a menace to society?
Well, listen, if the shoe fits,
I mean,
wear it. And if it don't fit, let me wear it so I can kick your ass with it. Cause it's the real, it's what it was. It's what it was. Yo, it's what it was. I remember parents in the neighborhood saying things. You know what I'm saying? Other parents in the neighborhood saying things about me and my little cadre of friends. Mm-hmm. Or even people that weren't my friends, but we were in the same age group, same age bracket, same trash group, doing trash shit in the neighborhood, destroying property, all this other shit in the neighborhood. So at 15, I'm not going to hold her to the same. She's 15. Yeah. She's going to say dumbass shit and regret it, live to regret that shit later. The difference is, while I regret a lot of the stuff that I did back then, no one has the receipts for much of it. Like, somebody didn't take a picture of me breaking some windows at a school and then put that shit on social media so the world could see my shame. Like, this vandalizing bastard here, no one has that. The difference is social media. This damn mongrel was out in the streets doing this shit, and we can all see it now, and we got video footage of it, and look at him, ain't he trash?
Wait, I missed one. You said you were out vandalizing things. Would that make you a vandal, savage?
No, it would not. It would make me a savage vandal. I'm just saying. So I'm not, but this is how the press will do. This is how social media will do, right?
Come on now.
Right. So they'll tell a story about she was smoking weed, y'all, and this is what narratives run the world, man. She was smoking weed, but y'all ain't say nothing about the fact that she just found out her mom's passed. She was stressed, whatever. So she did that. Also, she accepted responsibility.
Wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe said I was a busy god.
Here's the thing. I feel like it's not necessary to mention that mom passed because we shouldn't be demonized anymore.
We really shouldn't be, but unfortunately, there's a lot of things that shouldn't be because of the way they take shit and run with it. Because basically, again, connecting that shit to morality is a problem. It's an issue. It's like for some people, marijuana is medicinal. It's whatever.
Sure.
So again, there's lines that overlap. There's this whole Venn diagram shit with people recreational versus medicinal. Because if you are depressed and you are feeling bad, you're not gonna necessarily wait to get a prescription from a damn doctor somewhere to get some weed to make you feel better. If the motherfucker got weed,
especially if you broke.
Especially come on, no, you're not doing that, right? So it's some overlap. You know what I'm saying? But connected to morality is definitely, and the way they've been using it, the way they've been using the perception of it, is to demonize motherfuckers. Only for now, several places here in the United States to be trying to legalize, or at least at the very least decriminalize.
It's making business legal where she lives.
Yeah, crack versus powder, exactly. But I like the point you made earlier about America. America does have influence over the Olympics. They do. They just do. But to the extent that they do, I don't know that we know when it comes to that. Right. I don't know how much of that's
not sure.
And I don't like forging connections affirmatively.
Yeah.
Without knowing, I need to connect. Yes, they do, but they absolutely influence.
Of course.
They absolutely influence everything on this fucking planet because they're the last superpower, allegedly. Is a plane crashing? It's like a plane crashed over there.
No, it's like the Hells Angels. I mean, not Hells Angels. Blue Angels.
The Hells Angels were flying over your house.
I mean, listen, we got other problems.
I know you in Baltimore, but damn,
yeah, we got other problems if that's the case. No, it was like the Blue Angels.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
And she's still going to be able to run.
She's still going to be able to run.
She's just going to miss the one event.
And fuck them and fuck the people trying to shame her for that shit. Fuck you. Yeah. We ain't here for that. We not here for that. But yeah.
Nah, B.
So is we about to jump in the
Yeah.
Now I have not read this yet, so I don't know what SPJ is going on about.
Well, you're about to be enraged.
Boy.
Monique again. Yeah. Monique sparked another debate over bonnets after she posted a pic of woman at airport on her IG. The only reason I'm not showing y'all this picture is because I don't want to participate in
no, I feel you.
In shaming this young lady.
Yeah, that's horseshit. We're not doing
that. Comedian and actress Monique sparked another online debate about bonnets and respectability on Sunday. The Oscar-winning entertainer who took to social media earlier last month to weigh in on the appropriateness of bonnets and pajamas in public posted a photo of a Black woman in attire that looked like she was at home versus an airport. Mo captioned the Instagram image with a message for her babies.
What you gonna stop doing is doing the whole infant shit.
It's gaslighting.
With grown, it's gaslighting. I don't like that shit.
It reads, "Hey, beautiful queens, no shaming." Bullshit.
You gonna see this about that bothers me, right? That's like me running up on somebody, punching them in the face and going, "No violence."
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. That's clearly what you're doing.
If this is the best you can do, no judgment. Do you? This was sent to me as an example of what we're talking about that goes on in our community. However, if this is not your best, then do better. Being that ultimately the decision, either way, is yours. I love us for real. She wrote.
All of this is horseshit, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you went out of your way to try to toss all these qualifiers in this shit when you could have just not shared it and not posted at all.
Bruh, that's it. That's all she had to do. And of course, you have varying responses.
Of course.
So someone says, we don't know her story. Plus, she's minding her business. Like, what's so hard about that? People are entitled to do what they want to do.
My thing is about that too is the minding the business part. She's minding hers.
Yeah.
Why can't you mind yours?
No, here's the worst part. Not only is Mo not minding her business, somebody else, yo, they sent her the picture.
Yes.
Mo didn't take this picture.
Exactly.
Someone sent her this picture.
Exactly.
And that's why with my pop psychology degree,
right,
I deem this an ego thing. Because you didn't see this and then take a picture of someone, because I think you know that that's wrong.
Yeah.
What I think it is I made my stance known. People gave me shit about it. Well, here's somebody that doesn't disagree with me.
That's 100% what I see going on right there. 100% what I see going on right there. And again, Mo, if we no judgment, but you over there calling your husband daddy.
I hate
no judgment. but that last picture you put up while you was talking that shit, you ain't had no bra on. No judgment. Now, if you couldn't do any better than that, do you. But if you can do better, like if you do have a clean bra in the house somewhere, you should do better.
Okay.
If you can.
All right. Got you. Somebody else, you were dead wrong for posting a pic asking for public scrutiny. One thing she is doing that we all should be doing is minding our business. She did not authorize this pic.
Yeah, that shit.
Another person, you literally created a space for Black folks to judge this woman. We don't know her circumstance. We should normalize minding our business. There seems to be a running theme.
Yeah.
We should normalize minding our business because Patti LaBelle didn't do this to you when she pulled you to the side.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Message. You see, she used the whole Patti LaBelle situation as a way to somehow say that it's me too. I'm not, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But when Patti LaBelle did that, she did not pick up a megaphone and yell that to everyone on the set.
Nope.
You are doing much worse than even that because you put this up on a platform where millions of people can see it and have passed judgment and make themselves feel good about themselves by tearing this person apart, who was, again, minding her business. Now, I got to tell you, because I used to do stock photo footage for certain websites, and inside doing that, becoming that guy, you have to get a release form. Mm-hmm. If someone is in that shot, you have to get a release form, or they will not accept it, and you cannot put that up there on their site to sell or do whatever.
You could potentially be sued.
You just be sued. This is the same thing with businesses that have the business name in the pic. Nah, B, you can't do it. You got to get a release. So now by somebody sending you that and then you putting that up on your thing, you're violating. You're violating just so they can ridicule her. How do you think if she sees that?
And here's the thing, you're a celebrity.
Right.
So it's possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Why are you posting the picture?
Yeah. Joe says release forms are not required for nonprofit use. That is partially true. It's not necessarily that it's a release form, but you can be sued for posting someone's picture that did not consent to it, that you have no release for. It's happened quite a few times. Actually, I think it happened to like some celebrity or something like that. I can't remember what celebrity it was, but yeah, you can absolutely be sued.
It's just the only thing about it, like I said, at least her face wasn't shown.
Yeah.
But she certainly, if she saw the pic, she know that's her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And to have people, there's no telling how many people saw that pic that went in on her, just went in on her.
Or people that might already know her or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, girl, I saw you on Monique Instagram.
Right. Right.
We're gonna get to a story like that at the end. Anyway, next up. Scottie Pippen accuses Phil Jackson of racial decision for denying him last shot during 94. Now, from what I heard of the interview, this headline is slightly misleading.
Okay.
Just slightly, but maybe not in a way that matters.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Scottie Pippen, who won 6 championships with the Chicago Bulls while playing alongside Michael Jordan, attacked his former coach during interviews with both GQ and Dan Patrick. Scottie Pippen is speaking out about injustices he said he experienced while playing with the Chicago Bulls. In a GQ interview published last week, Pippen accused his former Bulls coach Phil Jackson of making a racial move when he decided to go with Croatian star Toni Kukoc for a last-second shot in a playoff game against the New York Knicks in 1994. At the time, Bulls legend Michael Jordan was enjoying his first retirement from the NBA, and Pippen was seen as the leader of the team. After learning that Jackson selected Kukoc as the player to take the final shot of that pivotal game, Pippen famously decided to stay on the bench while his teammates returned to the floor. It was my first year playing without Michael. Why wouldn't I be taking that last shot? Pippen explained to GQ. I've been through all the ups and downs, the battles with the Pistons, and now you're going to insult me and tell me to take it out? I thought it was a pretty low blow. I felt like it was an opportunity to give Kukoc a rise. It was a racial move to give him a rise, the 55-year-old comments continued. After all I've been through with this organization, now you're going to tell me to take the ball out and throw it to Toni Kukoc? You're insulting me. That's how I felt.
Wait a minute. I swear I'm looking for the connection here that he's saying. He's saying that Phil took the ball out of his hand
effectively
and put it in Tony and say, no, let him take that shot.
Correct.
Just arbitrarily.
Listen. I don't remember this game.
Me either.
So I can't say if like maybe Scotty was having a bad game. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about any of that. But this rabbit hole goes a little bit deeper than this.
Okay.
Representative for Jackson did not immediately return people's request for comment. The controversial comments went viral on social media, and Pippen addressed them during an interview with Dan Patrick on Monday. The six-time NBA champion doubled down on his remarks, and when Patrick pointed out Pippen was implying his former coach was racist, he responded, "Yeah, I don't have a problem with that." Yo, listen, I heard this part of the interview. And I had never stand for Scotty more than in that moment. Dan Patrick says, "Scotty, you do realize you're calling him a racist?" And Scotty says, "Well, yeah, I don't have a problem with that." Yo, that energy, my man. Wait, there's more. Do you think Phil was? Patrick asked, to which Pippen replied, "Oh, yeah." Pippen then accused Jackson of taking advantage of his black players, using Jackson's book, The Last Season, A Team in Search of Its Soul, to back up his claims. The book was written by Jackson following his stint as coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, where he led the team's stars, Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, to 3 consecutive championships. After coming up short in the 2003-2004 season, Jackson left the team only to return in 2005. Do you remember Phil Jackson left the Lakers and then wrote a book on Kobe Bryant and then came back and coached them? I mean, who would do that? You name someone in professional sports that would do that. I think he tried to expose Kobe in a way that he shouldn't have. You're the head coach. You're the guy who sits in the locker room and tells the players, this is a circle and everything stays within the circle. And that's what team is about. But you as the head coach opening up, and now you go out and try to belittle at the same time one of the greatest players in the game. Jackson is not yet publicly responding to the remarks. Now, here's where the rabbit hole gets deeper.
Okay.
That book that Scotty referenced. Here's another article. Phil Jackson on the difference between black and white players and their impact on the NBA. Now, this person wrote this article from the standpoint of Phil Jackson is absolutely not a racist, right? Y'all tell me if the things that he says in this article give that impression. In the last few days, there was a lot of coverage around Scottie Pippen calling Phil Jackson a racist for not giving him the opportunity to take the last shot in the playoff game against the Knicks in 1994. It was a completely uncalled for accusation by Pippen, and the majority of the NBA fans agree that he was out of line with a lot of his commentary. Calling Phil Jackson a racist is nothing short of an embarrassment, especially if you know some of the origin stories of when Phil Jackson started coaching basketball. Again, he's writing this article from the perspective that Phil Jackson could possibly be
giving you
racist.
The synopsis in the beginning.
Listen to the rest of this article. Jackson was always a very intellectual and spiritual person who knew what makes different minds work and what really motivates them. He soon recognized the difference between black players and white players. You're burying the lead. Stop it. And in his book, More Than a Game. Now, full disclosure, I tried to look up this guy. I don't know what race he is. I'm gonna guess he's not black, given that his last name is Starjackie. I'm just assuming. I could be wrong. This is an assumption made by me, a blind assumption. I have no idea. Anyway, he soon recognized it. I mean, that's possible. He soon recognized the difference between black players and white players, and in his book, More Than a Game, he explained how he saw the different upbringing impacts how they play basketball. Quote from Phil Jackson, "White players are more often willing to run patterns and to work collectively. Because of the predominance of blacks in pro basketball, the sport is rapidly disintegrating into a one-on-one sport. There are only 5 or 6 NBA teams who play with more than a superficial degree of team unity. Back to the writer. The demeanor of black players have is that they need to prove to everyone that they're the best and most accomplished, because sometimes that's the only way they can escape their harsh reality and even poverty. According to Jackson, white players, on the other hand, usually tend to navigate for more teamwork because that was how most of them were brought up in their communities. Going back to Phil Jackson, black kids growing up want to be the superstar of their neighborhood. They want to be the toughest kids on the block, the richest, or once they get to the playground, the best one-on-one basketball players. White kids, on the other hand, usually are raised in a more homogenous environment, which provides other outlets for personal expression. Back to the author. Even though Jackson recognized the difference in their approach and mentality, he knew the best ways to make them work collectively within a system, no matter what ethnic or racial background they belonged to. Early on in his coaching career, when he coached at Flathead Valley Community College, he was asked to rejuvenate their basketball program. Being a small community with almost no black basketball players on their roster, Jackson was the one who said they should start recruiting black players if they want to win. Back to Phil Jackson. Black kids are some of the best basketball players in the country. Even if this is a homogenous community, we should still try to bring in the best talent. Back to the author. It's interesting to see what Phil Jackson's thoughts were regarding the comparisons between white and black players and how he worked to make them operate effectively within a collective. Jackson was a master of knowing what makes specific individuals work, no matter what their ethnic, social, or other background would suggest. The ultimate goal was always to find the right balance and chemistry within the team. In Phil Jackson's case, the 11 NBA championships he won prove he achieved that with almost any group of players he coached in his illustrious coaching career. Being of a different race was never essential for Jackson, but winning and working collectively as a group was. And that is the mindset he brought to every team, and they all adapted it perfect.
No, listen.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
You can't have that last paragraph.
Wait. If we talk about players in NBA history who have a tendency to isolate and, by extension of their isolation, dominate games, on that top 5 list are going to be Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Who brought Phil most of his rings. So, also, this article failed to mention the excerpts that Phil Jackson wrote in that book about how black people wore prison garb to games and how they all had the negative hip hop mentality and all this other stuff.
Listen. You can't say being of a different race was never essential for Jackson, when literally in his book, he's talking about the differences between. And the editors let that go. They saw that, right? And they was like, yeah, sure. That's incoherent as fuck. He's saying the opposite of what you're. And once again, this is why certain people cannot have credibility when they speak on this sort of shit. This is why, right? Because you can't just spend an entire article with quotations that are wow. Listen, these are wild assertions he's making, right? What, I'm trying to figure out a way that could be less stereotypical. like this is all a stereotype right here. This is all of it in the book.
Wait. Direct quote from Phil Jackson. The players have been dressing in prison garb the last 5 or 6 years. All the stuff that goes on, it's like gangster thuggery stuff. It's time. It's been time to do that. But one must remember where one came from. I was wearing bib overalls when I was a player one time, but I wasn't going to the games or events in them. To a majority of these young men, the rap stars, hip-hop guys are really kind of like heroes or colleagues. We even have some that are owners in the league, and it's not the same audience. Our audience is corporate businessmen and businesswomen and kids.
Yeah. Look, Pippen said what he said, y'all. He said what he said. And he doubled down on it.
Yeah, he did.
He said what he said. This guy who read Phil's book and still managed to say
I'm like, yo, what do you mean?
He still
like,
managed
bro,
to
what do you like?
You have
you
no
realize the things that
credibility.
you're quoting aren't saying what you. All right,
you have no credibility. But this is what I found amazing because I've seen this happen before. That's why this, even though it's remarkably obtuse. Even though that's, I've seen this mentality. I've literally seen people stand there and say something absolutely racist, prejudicial, and bigoted about a group of people, and at the same time, almost in the same sentence, proclaim how much they're not that. And it's like, this is why some of y'all don't have credibility on this topic, because let me remind most of you who weren't old enough maybe to remember this. Even back during the 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, the shit that we look at now and can clearly see is bigoted bullshit was being proclaimed to not be bigoted bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to know why when some people talk about this shit and we look at them and go, man, we're not trying to hear that from you, because you don't have no credibility on this topic, because when it was almost as bad as it could be, you were saying it wasn't that then. So like, I'm not taking your word for what is or what is not that now. Fuck no.
Yo said, see, when his job depended on it, he went and got black players to play on the team because he knew they would win.
If you want to win, no, listen, he didn't say we got this chess team, we trying to win. You better get some black hits on there. He ain't say, listen, this debate squad is missing black people. He ain't say that. He said,
I'm like, yo,
if you really trying to really get as many cars as you can get from this thieving ring, you better go get these black people. If you really try.
Now, let me be clear. In a vacuum, being the person that enters an all-white space and says, no, y'all need more than all white people to be in here. In a vacuum, that's fine.
Yeah.
But saying that that's evidence of him not being racist?
Joe said that's like saying that slave owners weren't racist because they went out and got black talent to pick
Absolutely.
Yo, listen,
these white people aren't doing it well enough. What you need,
you better get some black hands on that cotton plant. What is you doing? Is this what? You gotta get the right people for that.
I just
ho. Now I know we all try and get money with this drug team, but if you really try and get somebody out on the streets, you better get some black people.
Yo, what go like?
Listen,
I have so many questions for Mr. Starjackie.
Yo, I don't think that's if that is your real
that can't be his real. No, there's no way.
If that is your real name.
I have so many questions for Mr. Starjackie.
But this is the type of thing that doesn't. It's hard for me to get angry about this because it's so absurd. Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
Oh no,
it's hilarious.
Anybody. This is like a litmus test for me. Like anybody that is going to read that article, if they come away with a different perspective than I came away from it, I gotta question your social intelligence, man.
Yeah.
Like like what? You
don't hear you don't hear them dog whistles.
You don't hear that?
And being said that that article is the literary embodiment of gaslighting.
Yo,
that's what it is. That's what it is. It's like he's not racist. He said that black people play basketball really well. He ain't racist. He said
he ain't racist. He just assumes that all black people come from terrible backgrounds.
Right.
He's not racist. He's just, like, what the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? Yo, this is what I'm talking about. Context and nuance. It is one thing to state that statistically, black people are raised in poverty-stricken situations. Yes. That is stating a statistic. When you say that because they're raised in poverty-stricken areas, they need to peacock. That's basically what he said. Because they're raised in poverty-stricken areas, they feel the need to peacock.
Hey, James, you tiptoeing, big man. You need to stretch.
Listen, yo,
know how many so many understated kids like seriously, when I grew up, yo, peacock, the fuck, nigga, listen what I'm telling you. Out of the crew of people that I was with, you had a handful of showboats.
Yeah,
most people were not showboats.
Yeah. Had no desire to be such.
Right, they were like it was a handful. That's why they stuck out.
Attract attention.
That's why they stuck out because they. Like like I said, it's hilarious to me. That article is fucking hilarious, and it is an example of why certain people do not have credibility speaking on this issue because it's not that you are not allowed to speak on it. You don't have credibility.
Yo, you clearly don't understand. You lack a certain awareness.
Yeah. And if it's because of lack of experience of having to deal with that shit, whatever the case may be, you lack some insight that would actually make any of your comments helpful.
But this nigga didn't cherry pick.
No.
He didn't he picked the worst examples of what Phil Jackson said.
Yeah.
Like, what do we do? Facts, Joe. I guess Phil Jackson never saw Pete Rose.
Yeah.
The ultimate showboat.
Yeah.
I mean, what is going on here? I have confusion. No, I don't. You know what? This tracks.
Devin asked, he wanted to know the name of the article. It's called Phil Jackson on the Difference Between Black and White Players and Their Impact in the NBA. My man Willie Star Jackie over there.
The article itself. The headline itself. What are we doing here?
Yo, he didn't even bury the lead.
Is this real?
Right there. Yeah.
It's not April.
No, B. No, listen. Not only is this real, I've seen it. I just read some dumbass article by some dumb motherfucker that was saying all the things that he thought were positive platitudes. They were racist as fuck.
I'm like, yo, how do you not understand? No, it requires a go back because white players were more often willing to run patterns than to work collectively. Because of the predominance of black players in pro basketball, the sport is rapidly disintegrating. First of all, disintegrating.
He said disintegrating.
Disintegrating.
Not evolving. No.
Right.
Disintegrating.
No, disintegrating. Into a one-on-one sport, there are only 5 or 6 NBA teams who play with more than a superficial degree of team unity. Black kids growing up want to be the superstar of their neighborhood. They want to be the toughest kids on the block, the richest, or once they get to the playground, the best one-on-one basketball players. White kids, on the other hand, usually are raised in a more homogenous environment, which provides other outlets for personal expression. So, like, you're literally discounting, like, the birth of hip-hop.
Yeah.
That was the exact reason why hip-hop was born. Like, to have other ways of expression that could be our okay.
There's a bunch of shit that he's ignoring by using that statement.
Yo's basically saying because all white people are rich, none of them want to be richer,
which is crazy. you ignore all those poor broke ass white people out there.
We know that rich people tend to be gluttons.
Yes,
that is
absolutely. A special state says, pretty sure all kids want to be the best at something everywhere.
I mean, you're implying that white people have no competitive drive.
Yeah, that's basically and that's
he might as well have said that, Joe.
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard.
Hold up. He might have said that. I have no idea. I haven't read the book.
Yeah.
Black kids are some of the best basketball players in the country. Even if this is a homogenous community, we should still try to bring in the best talent.
Listen.
Philip.
Now, like you said before, in the vacuum, if you said that without the other context, like, he was saying it like you want to keep them out because you think they can't play.
No, they can
crazy.
Play.
Some of the best players in the country. If you had said that okay, jeez, wow,
yeah, wow is it? Wow is
damn it. But again,
right, Devin, using blacks plural is rarely a good sign. only slightly better than the blacks.
Oh shit! Here comes the blacks.
Yo, mind you, where is it? White players, blacks in pro basketball.
Yes. It's it's glaring.
It's different. It's different.
It's glaring.
It's
glaring. See how like
mind you, this wasn't in the 60s.
No, not at all.
He wrote this in this millennium.
Yes. But here's the thing, right? Notice how he can segment out white players, basketball players, not white people, not white people, white players, but black people in general. But what he's saying is this. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yo,
it's crazy.
It's no, Phil. This was the facts.
That's it, Joe. That's it.
Phil Jackson suffers from white savior complex.
That's what it is.
But I took you out of the hood. I put you in basketball.
You made money.
You won championships.
You could have been dead in the streets on drugs or in jail.
Phil, you haven't won every single year that you've been a coach.
No.
So other teams have won championships. It's not.
Yes, they have.
This is in no way, shape, or form am I denigrating him as a coach.
No.
It's just that like I don't like Philip,
P-Man.
P-Funk.
Hey, P-Funk. What's up with that?
I don't think you can call him that no more.
I don't think so either.
I don't think you can call him that no more. I was not privy to these statements.
Let me tell you, neither was I, but I gotta be completely honest. Over the years, right? I have learned to withdraw some praise about certain people at a time because you don't know what the fuck was really going on with them, and especially at a certain time in history. So you might see some form of entertainment that is multiracial. You'll see there's a white guy, a white girl, black guy, black girl, and they seem to be in a group, or maybe one's a manager or whatever. And you'll think, hey, they have a really good relationship. There's none of that racist shit going on there. They don't have those perceptions. Nah, B, you can't do that. You can't do that because you don't know what was happening back then, who was saying what about who. You saw the end product. You don't know what was happening. It's the same with Josh Whedon. We thought Josh Whedon was cool because we saw the end product. Then we started hearing things about how absolutely fucking creepy and much of an asshole that he is.
Yeah.
So you can't just make these assumptions that these people are these super enlightened. I don't care how much their PR people say it's very spiritual. Fuck out of here, yo. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. It's no different for me when Rolling Stones did that interview with NWA, right? And one of the descriptions of Dre's laugh was like his laughter almost like a what do you say, a Mac 10 being let off in shut up. Shut up. Shut up. It's just look. Joe said, reminds me of a conversation I had last week where a Republican wanted to understand why black people generally don't vote Republican. It's one of these things where if you don't connect with the community for real, you won't know certain things. And that's like that with any group. Like if there's a Asian, particular Asian community, you don't have much interaction with them. You don't know anybody from that community. Your perceptions of them are going, just assume that most of your perceptions of them is going to be off and ass. Because until you can connect with the people, everything else is just observational shit from somebody else who's filtering it through any biases they have. But goddamn, Philly, used to be P-Funk, and now you just pee. Urine, if you will. P-U. He was P-Funk, now you P-U.
Yeah, I'm just.
I do like Pippen doubling down on that with his I said what I said shit. Like, yeah, I'm good with that. And for those that would, again, I'm fairly certain that Willie Starjacky didn't know Phil Jackson like Pippen knew Phil Jackson. So you basically, your perception of Phil Jackson your misperception of him came from reading this book. I don't know how you caught that perception from reading that book. Also, from the way the press, these fucking flowery ass, oh yeah, Phil Jackson's very spiritual. Fuck out of here, yo. Fuck out of here with that. You don't know him. Pippen knew him. You don't know what kind of conversation that Pippen ain't even talking about right now. That he either was there to overhear, or he had with Phil himself. You don't know. You ain't in no position to tell Pippen that his perception of Phil Jackson is not qualified or impressive. What's up, Fabo? You ain't in no position to do that. That's Scottie fucking Pippen, and you are Starjacky.
Yeah. You said
out of here.
Yo, the average player's career is a very short period of his life. And the minute he's through, nobody knows who he is. 25 years from now, the only people who will remember me will be a few trivia experts. And that's exactly how it should be. A lot of black players look at their careers differently. Many blacks have let themselves believe that being in the NBA is one of the greatest things a person can accomplish. I believe this type of feeling is ultimately very destructive because the only way you can live with it is to get into a heavy fantasy trip. I've seen the process develop many times, and very few players ever find happiness that way.
Who gave him the okay to psychoanalyze the black community?
He's Phil Jackson. He's the white savior.
P-Funk?
Yeah, he's the white savior.
P-Funk. When you don't know a community as well as you think you did, right? You say shit like that.
Apparently that's from 1975. So my question is, was it that the black players had a harder time coming to this epiphany, apparently, that the NBA ain't shit? Or was it that they weren't being paid the same as their white counterparts who you didn't hear these bad stories about? I wonder
too. I also
1975. Wonder. I'm not sure. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's the case.
Right.
I'm saying, given the time period, it seems like that might have been what happened.
Listen, there could have been several things that happened in this situation. One particular one, that I'm looking at from all of this is that when you don't know a community and don't realize that whatever your perception is of star basketball players, it comes from your community. Our community is a little different than yours in that they were locked out of all kinds of things that had to do with building generational wealth, educational stuff, all of that, right? So when there was limited opportunities, and this was opportunity, if you can be one of the best, whatever, and get up there and play, you can bring your whole family up out of poverty. The way we perceive people in these different functions, basketball players, actors, singers, the way we perceive them, it's not necessarily going to be the way you perceive them. You say, I will be just a footnote in a book somewhere in trivia thing. But for our community, when you locked us out of everything else, and they can do that, and they get up there and they do that, and they become big to us, you can't expect us to look at those players the same way you do when you have myriad of examples of other people succeeding in these other different platforms.
Wait, dude.
Yo, Famo is dumb. 1975 variant, Phil, one of the better timeline. So he starts saying crazy shit.
Yo. Facts. That's funny.
Yo, that Phil had to be a variant.
That's fun. I mean, or was the Phil that we've come to know the variant?
Maybe he was a variant.
We don't know.
I think I'm a variant at some point. I think there was some key moments that I was supposed to do this, and I didn't. I did some other fuck shit because of that.
And you made the universe unbalanced, as no thing should be.
I may have fucked this timeline up, yeah.
No, you clearly. No,
it's entirely possible.
There's no maybe. There's no possible. All right, so we don't normally do this, but I saw this and I was like, I absolutely want to talk about this on the show.
Okay.
Because there's a thing going around. It's not necessarily new, but I see a lot of new people talking about it that I hadn't seen talking about it before. This whole, and I've addressed a version of this. I've addressed the I'm supporting everything black. I've addressed that before. This new thing is like not new, but this variant of it is the inability to criticize anything that's black. And I would like to state clearly that I'm not with that shit.
Right.
Fuck that. I am not going to go OD when the situation doesn't call for it.
Right.
However, when the situation does call for it, I'm going OD.
Well, I think the reason that you can do that too also is because you have a sense of responsibility. I think the issue is with some people who don't have a sense of, or not so much responsibility, but you feel like I'm one part of the club.
Yeah.
The ones that don't feel like they're not part and feel like I'm just better.
They're talking through their nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference, because what winds up happening is a lot of times those folks who don't share the sense of camaraderie, community, and unity with their folks, they go, but they look like them.
Yeah.
The stuff they say goes into the hands of the enemies who want to undermine all kinds of narratives about us.
Absolutely.
So it's you are not them. Right? You are not them.
I've had conversations with people about the way that I slander Monique.
How are you slandering her?
Well, those are the that's how it was brought to me.
Did you tell her to not wear a bra while she sat up there and talked about other people wearing bras and shit?
No.
You ain't tell her to do that shit.
I ain't telling shit. It's simply because Monique deserves it. I don't have any other way to state it. Here's someone who has deserved it for a very long time, but as of now, prior to now, I haven't really had a scenario that I felt comfortable bringing on here. And there were certain scenarios that I would have absolutely brought on here, but I didn't want to kick somebody when they were down,
right?
That type thing. Because at the end of the day, I don't know this woman. I don't have any personal feelings towards her at all. I just hate the way that she handles things.
Yes,
and we're about to we're about to get into this. So there will be blood. All right, so
you don't know that.
I'm about to. Well, I mean, the blood is already shed. So I'm about to play this share audio. This little clip for you guys.
Her name is Tabitha Brown. Oh, you know her? Clap if you know her. Okay, good. I don't know her. Well, she's an influencer, and she's saying that she's retiring her husband.
Number one, there's this woman named Tabitha Brown. Who? Oh, y'all know her? I don't know her.
Yeah, that right there should tell you everything you need to know about what's coming next.
All right, let's continue.
Husband. He's been a police. I don't know her. Well, she's an influencer, and she's saying that she's retiring her husband. He's been a police officer for 15 years, and he wants to live out his dreams. Take a look.
I have said to him, babe, it's time. It's time. It's time for him to dream again. It's time for him to think like a child and think, ooh, when I grow up, what do I want to be? And it's something else. It's time for a new journey, a new chance at life, right? And God has blessed us. He has blessed me that I can retire still.
Nope. I was married to one of those. I make the money and so on and so forth. Go live your dreams, buy a business, stay with me, but go. You see how that turned out. I predicted.
Hey, really? Stop buffering.
Really?
I don't know why it's buffering.
This marriage
there we go.
Is going to be on real rocky ground.
All right, well, that's the gist of it. So any thoughts on that before I play the next video?
You cannot allow your shitty experience, which you were a part of. You're the variant, right? You were a part of that, right? You had an effect on whatever happened there to then try to cast aspersions on what somebody else's relationship or what they're doing. This is a simple case of minding your fucking business. You don't even know this woman. You have admitted as much, saying
by your own admittance.
That's what it sounded like to me, Joe.
No. I want to make this clear because I know it was a little choppy. So basically, her point is because she's an entrepreneur. So it's not her putting down entrepreneurship in general. It is her saying, it's her being bitter, basically. It is her saying, I had a husband who I allowed him to quit his 9-to-5 because I was making so much money. I allowed him to quit his 9-to-5 and go find whatever it was
he wanted to
do. And he left me, basically. So he used me and left me, is her gist. And she's seeing this woman who she doesn't know who she is, and she heard that she was doing something that appears to be similar.
When you unpack a lot of that, there is so much that she would need to personally know about this. You didn't even heard of her before you picked this up to talk about.
Well, guess what? Tabitha kept the files.
Tabitha struck back.
Tabitha has stricken, one of them,
Get her. I don't hear nothing.
Hold up. I got to reshare it. Got to reshare it. Sharing. Stop.
I said stop.
Reshare. There we go.
Hello there. Y'all all right? Very good, honey. I was up doing a little work here. That's why I got my pajamas on in my office. And then my phone started going off, like praising people. It's like, girl, you're Wendy Williams. First of all, Wendy Williams, honey, God bless you. God bless you. Okay.
That's that Southern shit.
Sent me a little clip. And I said, oh my God, the pain this woman must be in. Wendy, the pain you must be in to feel this way. And I'm so sorry. But listen, let me tell you this. 23 years I've been with my husband.
Say it again.
Broke for a very long time together. Struggled for a very long time together. Succeeded for the last couple of years together, right? My husband took a job in agreement with me. He took a job 15 years ago to help support my dream. And I know you may not know what that looks like in a genuine
boom
way, right?
That was a shot.
Hold up.
That was a shot.
But this was an agreement.
Clearly.
That
let me run this back. This is a masterclass, ladies and gentlemen.
In shade.
How you effectively clap back.
Very long time together. Struggled
StreamYard is acting
for
up.
a very long time together.
Yeah, it is.
Succeeded for the last
couple
of years together.
Download it.
Yep. Because StreamYard's being dumb for some reason. All right, so
it was doing that with my sound earlier. Muting me. Yeah. Muting me. Yeah.
Where is it? Boom. And the crazy thing is, it's downloaded already.
Of course.
Because it's not the internet. It's fucking StreamYard. I hate. No, I'm not going to make that. I'm not going to tell that lie. I don't hate StreamYard. StreamYard be on point most of the time. But just currently, when I'm trying to play this video,
it's being
what's it called? Dear Wendy Williams.
Dear Wendy.
Hello there. Y'all all right? Very good, honey. I was up doing a little work here. That's why I got my pajamas on in my office. And then my phone started going off, like praising people. It's like, girl, you're Wendy Williams. First of all, Wendy Williams, honey, God bless you. God bless you. Okay. And so people sent me a little clip. And I said, oh my God, the pain this woman must be in. Wendy, the pain you must be in to feel this way. And I'm so sorry. But listen, let me tell you this. 23 years I've been with my husband. Yes. Broke for a very long time together. Struggled for a very long time together. Succeeded for the last couple of years together, right? My husband took a job in agreement with me. He took a job 15 years ago to help support my dream. And I know you may not know what that looks like in a genuine place, right? But this was an agreement that my husband and I had. And I told him 15 years ago, babe, in 5 years, I'll be able to take you out of there so then you can pursue one of your dreams that you love. Right now, I was his dog in the fight, okay? And he believed in me. And we did it together for the last 15 years. I did every year with him at LAPD, and he did every year with me with rejection and no's in this entertainment industry, right? However, God has blessed me. He has allowed me to manifest. I've been praying on this for a very long time, and it has now come to pass. That is the power of God. It's also the power of allowing God to be first in your marriage, okay? And that is how it remains successful. You enough to see you. Yeah. I pray that someone will love you enough to see you to see you when you are not well, to see you when you need true support, to see you when you need compassion, to see you when you need kindness. I pray that somebody loves you enough to sacrifice their life for you. I pray that type of love finds you so that you can understand why. I don't want my husband to put his life on the line anymore wearing a bulletproof vest if he don't have to, and if that's not his desire. I love him enough that I want him to be safe, and I want him to coach children the way he wants to. My husband has a nonprofit, right? And he wants to be able to build that even more so. And what I do know is a 9-to-5 or a steady job takes away time for creativity, takes away time that you want to pour into your real, true purpose. And if God blesses someone to be able to pull out of that 9-to-5 and pour everything into their purpose, their passion, ooh, my goodness, why would we dishonor God if he blesses us with the ability and the way to be able to do so? Ooh, honey, I'm excited about that. Ooh, I pray that somebody finds you, love finds you, that excites you the way I am excited about my husband being able to grow his business, being able to pour into children, continue to coach these kids, do other things he's dreamt about. Ooh, honey, I pray this type of excitement and love finds you and anybody else who seems to not understand this. I pray that type of love finds you, sacrifice, compassion, like I really do. I really, really do. Okay? With that being said, I thank all of y'all for messaging me and telling me about it. And I want you, whoever is watching, who understands the type of love, let us all pray for people like Miss Wendy and others who have either been so hurt or never found a genuine love that fills their heart with so much compassion and joy. Let us all pray that they find that and that it finds them. Yes, very good. Now, I want y'all to go on about your business, okay? And have the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't y'all dare go messing up nobody else's here. God bless you. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Listen to me clearly.
Here's the thing. I don't pray, so I'm not giving him that. Look, I'm not giving her that. I love her energy because this was an old Southern.
Absolutely.
That's all that was. I don't attribute Wendy's any attention to hers being necessarily good because of her profession all these years.
Right.
The way she's conducted herself. Ex-Method Man, the wife, the way she's conducted herself.
Right.
So you not getting that from me.
Nah, B.
I'm going to tell you it was real. You should have minded your motherfucking business. You should have minded your business. You should have minded your business. First of all, you didn't know the whole story. You don't know this woman. You don't know her husband.
Nope.
And the fact is she's right.
Before you do that, I know she couldn't have known. No, this isn't somebody I met once I was famous.
Right.
This is someone who had the job while
right.
I was trying to do what it is I'm doing now.
Right. That's right.
But continue.
Listen. What they have, that woman and her husband, what they have, something you never had.
Right.
Something you never had.
Right.
That mentality she has, that's how you build. That's how you build. Because there are times when both people come into the game kind of fucked up. Then somebody gets on their feet. And they need, maybe because things is bad, both people need to be in there, whatever. But in the situations where the one that's on their feet, I got it. Now, to build this more, pour your energy into this. And let's see what we get up out of this. One did it for the other. Now the other's doing it for them.
Now's the time to return the favor.
You don't have that. You don't have that. So you can't compare your situation to hers. And all that, that sipping tea you thought you was doing, that you thought you was. You look dumb. You look 24 karat stupid right now, as we speak. You look dumb. And here's the thing: you've looked dumb before to other people.
Well, sure.
We, Black Culture Geeks, haven't paid attention to you.
Right.
But once you look dumb to us, that's all that matters.
Right.
You look dumb right now.
Yo, listen. It makes sense for you to not know who Tabitha is.
Yes.
Because, well, in general, you have a very specific
and she's old school TV. She's old school entertainment.
Well, her two categories are Christian and vegan.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna know
right
who she is. However, Wendy Williams has no excuse for not knowing who she is because she just won an NAACP Image Award.
Wow.
If you're doing your job, that might be something that you pay attention to. You know, who wins awards in this.
Also,
category.
read the room. People clap for her when you said her name.
Right.
So obviously the energy is positive with her. Read the room.
Thanks.
You should see if you was a freestyler.
Yeah.
Right? If you was a freestyler, you would have read. Oh. You could have just gave her a shout out. Right. And you wouldn't have caught this backlash. Nope, you had to be you.
This motherfucker come back, she gonna play the video of this woman excited, visibly elated, to be able to tell her husband, like, yo.
And the crowd loved it. Your audience loved it.
And her first word is, no.
Let me correct
Fuck
y'all.
You. What?
Let me disabuse y'all of the notion of two people sacrificing for each other and building a damn life. Let me disabuse you. That doesn't happen in reality.
Nope, because I've been there. And y'all know how that worked out.
My case is the same case for everybody. Fuck is wrong with you? And see, this is what I'm saying. I can't give you. I'd have jumped in your ass about this anyway. Right. But after knowing your past history and knowing what you do, what you've done for views and engagement and popularity, name recognition and shit like that, you gave no fucks about how it would affect other people because you said, I am in this lane to be the biggest, the baddest, to make the most money and all of that. And I'm going to do what I need to do to get that. Cool. That's what you did. But then you want to
be a shark. You can't get mad when the killer whales come around, my guy.
That's right. Biddy, that's why I said, nah, like sis hit her in an appropriate way so she didn't come off bitter. She didn't come off angry. But like I said, I ain't her. I don't pray. So I'm going to dig in your ass for this. I'm going to dig in your ass for this. Like, nah, I'm going to say what she can't say.
It's a kind of praying.
Yeah, with an E, not an A. I'm gonna say what sis couldn't say because where she at in her life, that's not how she trying to come across.
She has an established brand at this point.
Yeah, I'm trash though. So,
but the crazy thing about it though, the crazy thing about it is this energy helped her fan base. I'm sure.
Yes.
Absolutely. This clapback energy.
Absolutely.
Because everybody, we're not stupid. And she's aware that we're not stupid.
Yeah,
it's not a situation, it's not a scenario where she's trying to act like this wasn't a direct response. No, it was a direct response.
It was a clapback. And she made sometimes, right? Sometimes when you want to get a motherfucker back for judging you and being all in your business, it's not, I'm a hammer. So for me, a lot of shit looks like a nail.
Right.
That ain't always the way to do it, though. There is a way to get back at a motherfucker for doing that.
Yo,
where you don't compromise. Shade is effective. Where you don't compromise your brand. You don't let them drag you down into that mud. Me, I'm from the mud, so you want to go there? We're gonna go there. I'm gonna talk my shit, but that's not her brand. That's not who she is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she attacked that the way she could, but I gotta tell you, that whole incident is one of the reasons Black Culture Geeks exist.
Facts.
Because we gonna say what the other person probably can't.
Hey.
Wendy, mind your motherfucking business. You made choices in this life. The choice of a man, the choice in career and how you wanted yourself to be seen, perception wise. You want, like what you say, SBJ, shark,
bro.
You wanted to be a shark,
Joe.
Facts.
No one does passive aggressive like Southern black women. That is on par.
Talk to any of my aunts, they got you. They got you.
Oh, bless your heart. That's why the Monique thing doesn't fucking fly. You're not fooling anybody.
Yeah, you're not fooling nobody.
That's the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Tab wasn't trying to act like any. To be clear, I legitimately believe that Tab would like if Wendy was able to get those things that she was talking about.
Oh no, I believe her.
But she's established. You don't know what that looked like. you don't know what it feels like when that comes from a genuine place.
Like I get it. I get it. The pain.
She started off with the pain you must.
Let me put the words in that she didn't say. I get it. The pain that you must have went through. What this means is them dumbass choices you made in your life.
You bitter as fuck.
You bitter as fuck because it brought you to this place. You made choices based off of things other than commitment, compassion, and whether or not this person sacrifice, whether this person actually rock with you for real. You did that. Let me tell you something though. Me over here? We good over here. We good over here.
Yeah.
Your faith could never.
23 years.
23 years.
I've been
Facts.
This person.
Facts. That was the sweetest I've ever heard any woman call another a stank bitch. That's basically what you did. That's what you did.
Yo, that's exactly what happened. And I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
Right.
When I say support black women, this is what I'm talking about.
All that.
This is what I'm talking
simple.
about.
And you know the thing is, Special Space said she is fooling people though. Her success is backbone of her shitty opinions. You know what it is with people like her? I've seen success in a lot of different ways. People get it a lot of different ways. She's a bottom feeder.
Yeah, let's be clear. People are stupid. People are still stupid.
Yeah, dumb as fuck. Yeah. But she's a bottom feeder, and typically what I tend to see from humans a lot of the times, especially in our very consumer-oriented society here, is we love the car wreck. This is another reason why we tend to lionize the worst type of men, worst type of people in general. We can't give them enough attention and engagement. They do something, we paying attention to it, right? Something's very broken in us about that. But she's made a living feeding off of resentment, shade. She made a living. That's the reason why I can't give her no credibility speaking about this woman, because we see what you do. She playing the numbers game, right? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, they love to watch the most degenerate shit and people talking shit about each other. Part of the reason I like battle rap, I'm gonna keep it real. They be talking shit. When I was watching wrestling, I love the in-ring athleticism they were showing and the story they were telling in the ring. But cut a good promo. Talk some shit. And Wendy been feeding off of that shit for a while. So, like, you're not gonna get me to believe that you said that with good intent. Girl, watch your back. Nah, B. Not with that. Not with that. Because if you should have read the room. You should have read the room. Your audience already played that you down.
And it came back, and there was a growling applause. You should have said, "You see, this is how it should go.
I wish I had that."
Right. That's how. You should have pivoted.
You should have pivoted
and dealt with your producers afterwards.
Yeah, like, come on, y'all put me on. This girl is very popular with my audience. Y'all, what the fuck? Yeah, it's crazy. One thing we have learned one thing we have learned is that we will give time, money, and engagement to the worst of us.
Oh yeah.
We'll give them the highest position in the land. You know what I'm saying? Like we've learned that over these last few years. Like we will definitely, and then the people that are just the regular people that are trying to do the best they can, they're not perfect. They make mistakes. They even have some bad shit about them. But overall, their intention is they trying to do the best they can do to be blah, blah, blah. They don't give them no goddamn attention. They don't give them no attention at all. They get a small chunk of the consumer pool, you know, because we attracted to the flashy and vivid, not the vague and understated. That's just what it is. So if you go out there and you're talking a mouthful of shit every day about other celebrities, other people, shit like that, people tend to pay attention to that. They're gonna go and watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's why those celebrity stuff, gossip things get so much engagement because people want to know.
Yo, nigga, you know what the description to this YouTube video is?
What is it?
God bless you, honey.
That's a Southern smackdown.
Yo, I just realized that.
That's bless your heart. That's bless your heart.
Basically. Yo. All right, hold on. Let me read some of these comments, yo. Did she just read her in the most Christian way possible? Wow. This woman is true happiness and joy. Wendy, you spoke out of turn. Just because your ex-husband was foul doesn't mean all men are the same. Tabitha and her man came to this decision, and as a black man, I see nothing but love and respect. Some of us only wish for love like this. Wishing Tabitha and her husband the very best, and God bless. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what it looks like to be mentally, physically, and spiritually in a good place. Let's see. In the simplest terms, hurt people, but it takes a true servant to lead them. I can't read these. All right. It looks like they were typing and they were drinking. And as they continued to type, they continued to drink. And at the end, it's a bunch of, I don't even.
So Devin gives us a little bit more insight in what she went on to say. Devin says she went on too. I predict that this marriage is going to be on real rocky ground in a moment. They may invest in stuff and lose. They invest in something else, then the money gets swindled. And he's like, I can't do this. And this is your fault. You over here making your money and stuff and had me quit my job. Being a cop was a big part of his identity. He liked it. But she came to him and said that, listen, Wendy, you're out of pocket. You're so out of pocket. You are so out of pocket. And look, Fabo, it's cool too. Variant Williams will be found and pruned. The time charge is set. Yo, Dad, that's not good news. Because I'm in the same timeline.
Oh, God.
That's not good news. Listen, Wendy, you so far out of pocket. I get it. It's like,
damn, here we go. Somebody, thank you, Wendy, for introducing me to this precious gem. Yep. Wendy done got tabs some new fans.
Yeah, ain't that some shit?
The ultimate drag of 2021. I've never heard of you until now, but girl.
Yo, the amount of shade that just happened right there.
Bruh. Let's circle back to something I said earlier. And because I forgot to bring up one of the stories, one of the things that happened to me this week. So again, I start this off by saying it's still fuck Cosby and free Britney.
Right.
So I had this conversation with one of my coworkers, and she had to ask, y'all, what y'all think about the Bill Cosby thing?
Oh, God, stop it.
Remember that conversation we were having earlier before we got on here about being the smartest person in the room?
Yeah, I should not be.
How draining that is, and how you just wish you could be any other place other than where you.
For the record, for those of you just catching this part of the context, especially my whole thing was, there should never be a time where I walk in the room and I'm the smartest person in the room, because there's something wrong. You're not living right. If I There's a bunch of people that's not living right. If I walk in the room and I'm the smartest person in the room, it's draining because people will say the dumbest shit, and now you sitting there fighting yourself. Yo, it is hard being the smartest person in the room. It is.
Oh, she asked the question not because she wanted to know what anybody else wanted to say.
Yep.
She asked the question because she wanted to bring up the topic, and
that's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was, B. That's what it was.
So she like, I don't think he did it, and I'm like, did what?
Which part?
Yeah, because I'm like,
which part?
I'm confused. I'm like, do you know why he was released?
No.
Like,
what I said.
I don't think he did it. I said he was released in essence because he did it, because he admitted to doing it, and he struck a deal that he would not be prosecuted in a criminal case. And that DA left office, and the new DA was like, "Fuck that noise! We about to put your ass in jail."
Yeah, and he was wrong for doing that technically according to the law because he already made a deal. But some people are saying, "Where's the paperwork?" It was verbal. It was all verbal. So
so she goes on to say, "Well, I just feel like, back then,
don't do it.
They knew he was the man. Everybody knew he was the man. So you don't think girls are going to want to come and try to get like a spot on the Cosby Show or something?" I said, "Okay."
I've never had to take drugs.
I'm aware of who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
I don't approach this like I would approach this conversation with someone on Facebook.
Right.
On Facebook, there are no gloves. I think someone referred to it as hyena.
Someone has referred to that.
Yeah, so that's Facebook though. This is real life. I'm more
at work
in real life. We're at work. So I say, there's only one thing wrong with your theory. That's not true. I lied. There's more than one thing wrong. But whatever. There's only one thing wrong with your theory. She's like, what? I said, Cosby Show ended a long time ago.
Yeah.
With your theory, they would have been coming out at least, if not before, but at least when word got out that the show was canceled.
Right.
Because, he promised me. No, that's how that would have gone. Because there would be no reason for them to be bringing it up in the 2000s.
Right.
When we're talking, that's not how that works. She said, well, what about why they took so long? So I entered the conversation like this. Here is how it works. It is absolutely, matter of fact, I ain't even going to say possible. I'd be willing to wager that out of all of those women that came forward, 3 of them are lying.
It's possible.
I'd be willing to wager. Mm-hmm. Guess what that don't mean?
What's that?
That does not mean he didn't do it.
Right.
What happens is people are opportunists. So when they see an opportunity, they tend to latch on.
Right.
That doesn't mean that the opportunity never arose.
Right.
That just means some people saw it and decided to take advantage of it.
And the fact is, around in Hollywood, people knew about that shit.
Facts.
People know about so it's like this is the thing that bothers me more than anything else with some of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, I start to feel like you're not talking about Bill anymore. You're not really defending Bill anymore. Yeah. I start to feel like you've had some experiences yourself.
Yeah.
And these are questionable considering the times we live in and this new awareness of that that these things could have happened in the past or could have happened fairly recent for all we know. Or you have family member or people that's close to you that didn't have an experience, and you're projecting this defense for Cosby when it's really you defending your own behavior or some behavior somebody else had. Now, I cannot say for certain that is true. I just tend to think that the way you guys have created an environment that makes it difficult for women to actually say anything without getting this amount of backlash from you, I tend to think that this is you capping really heavy, because some of these same people would say, if that was my sister, if that was my daughter, if that was my mom's, my aunt, my whoever, I do this, I do that.
Right.
I'm saying that's cap, because I'm looking at you and the shit you doing now. Your pussy ass ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, probably.
All you gonna do is sit there and make excuses for why you ain't do something. The same way you making excuses for this motherfucker. He don't give a fuck about you. Go listen to that pound cake speech. I don't give a fuck about you. Fuck about you. You sitting up here doing that because you got a couple of kafars from off of his show and shit.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about this man.
She asked me, well, do you think he would do? I don't know him.
I don't know that man.
I don't know him.
Yo, you watched his show.
Yeah.
You may or may not have seen some stand-up.
Right.
But you don't know this man.
I don't know him. I don't know him personally. I have no idea what was going through his head. How am I supposed to know that? Well, do you think he did it? Yeah.
Yeah. He said it.
He admitted
position.
He would not
be giving people drugs and quaaludes.
Ironically, he would not be out of jail had he not admitted it.
Yeah, because that was part of the agreement that he had to admit it. So my question to you is, if he thought he was doing something cool, why they had to give him an agreement not to charge him to tell the truth? Come on.
And then she like, yeah, it's just like the T.I. and Tiny thing. I'm like, stop this. Please stop. I like you.
Yeah, don't do that.
I like you. Let's not. She's like, I'm like, well, the difference between the two of those situations is I'm way more certain that this one happened.
Yes.
That's the only difference. I'm way more certain that this one happened.
Way more certain.
She's like, yeah, but these people, they agreed to go in there. I said, all right, if I ask you, can I shoot you? And you say yes. Guess what that doesn't make it?
What's that?
Legal. It doesn't make it legal.
Also,
that's not how this works.
Whatever they agreed to before they were high,
right?
That shit. Whatever they agreed to before that has nothing to do with what happened after. She cannot give consent after she's high or fucked up like that.
That's just the
fact.
She's
not in her right state of mind for that. And the thing about the way he described it in the disposition, that looks like, hey, here you go for the little stuff without them knowing. Like literally, as I'm making you the drink, let me pour some of this shit in here.
Right.
Get her, loosen her up. Loosen her up for what? BC.
Right.
For what, Pill? For what? What's up for what, Dr. Huxtable?
I'm just at this.
Just because you play the doctor doesn't mean you have the right to make prescriptions. Listen,
what's funny about this is now that I'm thinking about it. Remember that Different World reunion I told you about?
Yes.
I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I did not hear him mentioned.
Oh, no. It could have been a lot of reasons they ain't mentioned him. One major reason is the algorithm. Listen, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I did not hear him mentioned once. Like I say, I didn't catch the whole thing, but I did not hear him mentioned.
Gotta say though,
there was a point, there was a point in time where I thought it was about to. I was like, yo, Kadeem, listen, Kadeem, chill out, my guy, because he was like, a different world reunion wouldn't be the same without one.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
The mastermind behind all of this
No,
and this is that, and this is that, and then it was some black woman. I can't remember her name. I was like, yes,
yeah, Felicia Rashad's sister.
I don't know.
I think it's her sister,
but I don't know if that's the person that they were talking about at that moment in the show.
Because I know there.
What's her name?
I cannot remember her damn name, but she was in a lot of shit back in the day, and then she went behind the scenes to do the producing and all that other shit. I can't remember her fucking name, but she was in what was that movie, Fame, back in the day, the dance movie, and she was she had some shit going on, and I think that's Felicia Rashad's sister. So it's just, again, that whole situation is trash to me. But look, technically from a legal standpoint, they wasn't supposed to do that. Right. Once they made that agreement and said, hey, I'll tell the truth, but you have to blah, blah, blah. That's why he's out. My beef is the fact that loopholes like that, as well as the way the system is set up and how the narrative is going to be going forward because of this, it's going to hurt more than it's going to help.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt more than it's going to help. And it's going to, once again, make it gives the impression that if you have money, like, you can just get away with shit. Yeah. And we're about to see another incident in the next coming months, I predict, where someone else with supposedly a lot of money, but definitely a lot of influence, is supposed to be jammed up now, going to get off. Or it's not going to touch him. It's going to touch underlings. That shit is happening with Trump now and his organization.
Yeah.
Why everybody feeling all Debbie Allen. There you go, Devin. Thank you. Debbie Allen. Debbie Allen.
Yes.
Yeah. So, the perception is a real one. How many times can this keep happening when we don't see it? Like when you have money and can afford these high-powered, super-paid lawyers, to even get them to, from what I've been hearing, that's not something that happens often. The way they did that ain't something that just happens. And I've been hearing this from other lawyers saying, yeah, you got to be somebody to get that sort of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it is what it is with that. People going to defend who they're going to defend, but just know, I would caution everybody, don't put your credibility on the line protecting some motherfucker don't give a fuck about you. Don't do that, because some of y'all have. Some of y'all have lost some serious points up here. But I don't see you the same. I don't see you the same. I don't see the same. I just
rather not have the conversation at this point.
Yeah, that's how I am. Like, don't let me know. That's the good thing about, if you can put a good thing on this. Like our sister has said one time before. It's like a litmus. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, okay. I see you. We see you. Yeah. We see you.
I'd rather not see you. I'm not gonna act like I don't though.
I just saw it.
Yeah.
I just saw it.
You're forever altered in my brain.
Yeah. Just say I would not be surprised if some stuff came out.
Yeah.
Right. And if it came out and the person was included and implicated in it, I'm not as quick now to say, no, yo, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Like actually at all ever now is that my reaction. My reaction now is like, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, if it's somebody I like, my reaction is like,
that's me most of the time. To you too.
Like, really?
At two, Bruce.
Okay. That's my first reaction now.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I feel.
There may have been a point when I was a kid where I was on some say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so.
It's just like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and there are some that really hurt me for selfish reasons, like just because I enjoy the stuff that these people do.
Right.
Like, particularly Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey is the one that hit me the hardest, man.
I know it did.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That was your dude. But,
yo.
Look, this is the other thing I before, because we running up against our wall, but I gotta say this. Never and we don't want to give off the impression that we over here had made mistakes. We've been perfect the whole time.
Not at all.
Respectful. No, I told you earlier today, when I was younger, even as a young adult.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago when he was younger.
Shut up.
Oh,
you.
I mean, but you were.
But what we're saying is when you start to learn better, you should do better.
That's it.
That's what we're saying. And a lot of these people are out here not copping to the fact that they are not perfect. Right. And casting aspersions on other people, such as Mr. Cosby was doing. We find out you out here in these streets doing this craziness.
Right.
That's all. If y'all want some more background story on him too, go read Michael Eric Dyson's book, Is Cosby Right? I have the book. I read it some years ago. Go read it. You're going to find out some amazing things that you probably didn't know. A lot of that shit they talk about him is cat. That shit he talking about, a lot of stuff. They always bring up, he was so good for the black community. Cat. Mike got the receipts. Right. Cat. But
she brought up NBC too. I'm like, yo,
that was in '92.
I'm like, yo, that happened. I'm like, yo, that happened, but that happened independent of
this, and it didn't happen the way most of y'all think it did.
Right.
It wasn't for sale. He didn't have enough money. He inquired about it. It was like, nope, not for sale. But they didn't build this whole mythology. True, Devin. Hero worship is a weird animal. It is. They done built this whole mythology around he was just about to buy it. And they went, no, we can't do it. Send all the forces of the Illuminati after him.
Hold up. What I want to know, though, is what great boon do people assume a black person owning a network was? I've never understood that. Could you explain this to me? Because a black person owning a network, a TV network.
Have y'all not heard of Bob Johnson?
Right.
It was already that's already been a thing. Like what?
Now, sure, NBC would be network, and not cable.
Yeah.
But still, we've seen this go wrong.
Right. There's still ABC. What the
right?
What are y'all
CBS,
doing?
ABC, Fox.
At the time, Fox. At the time, I don't think Fox in '92. Yeah, yes, 92. It was. Yes, it was because Married with Children was on Fox, and they started in the late '80s. Absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, like there were 4 other major networks. Like, I just don't. I'm confused. Could someone please tell me, like, in general, I understand the idea of
headcanon,
quote unquote, controlling information, right?
Headcanon.
I get that aspect of it, but
it's headcanon. They have fallen victim to headcanon.
It had to, yo, because I'm like,
right, Joe. It's like getting one black president and thinking we're post-free.
Right.
It's
like, yo, I don't.
Yeah. What power? What power does that?
It's like I don't think this means what y'all think it means.
So here's the thing, right? Let's say, for instance, let's go down that timeline. Let's say that the variant in that timeline did manage to purchase NBC. Let's go down that train just for a second. Right?
Assuming that he's going to get rid of all white programming.
Not only that, but that's a good one.
Because there's no way that they would have let him do that.
Now, and also, what do you think would have happened if Bill Cosby had took control of NBC and then Cosby'd it up
and started airing reruns of the Pancake Speech,
the Cosby Show, and other shows that listen, we've already established here, right here on this show today, that people are attracted to the worst type of the car wreck. So if he went up there and did this whole Jello pudding pop network, what would have happened? He'd have lost ratings. Yep. He'd eventually lost ratings. You know that's what happened with the Cosby Show. You know the reason why the Cosby Show not on there anymore?
Not being a major network anymore.
It would have ended up not being a major network.
Yeah, that's the trajectory that it would have taken.
That's what would have happened. Like, don't think that he was, just because Cosby Show did, like every other show, it had its time, and when it had run its course, it wasn't doing the numbers that it was before, like every other show. So let's say he Cosby'd it up and gave us a bunch of those type of things. Even if they'd have been popular in the short term, eventually, especially when things started getting a bit more titillating and the FCC dropped some restrictions and stuff.
Yo, we don't have to pontificate. Anybody that has a question about that, look up the history of the CW.
Oh man. Wow.
Look up the history of the CW.
Wow.
UPN was a black network.
Yes.
Effectively.
Yes.
Bunch of black shows. I can't remember if they merged with WB or something.
I think so. I think so. I think they merged.
And then the CW was born.
Yeah.
And it initially was still doing the black thing.
Right.
And then slowly but surely, it all went by to the wayside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, bruh. Yo, that is very poignant and prescient. Chris Rock had a joke. He said, there's the mall, and there's the mall white people used to go to. That would have been NBC.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are the networks and the network that white people used to watch.
So let's not, but again, headcanon, right? Because all these years have passed and most of these people are completely uneducated about the actual situation. Let's face it, a lot of the people talking about the shit that happened in 92 weren't old enough in 92 to really be able to assess the situation.
I was 5.
But
actually, I was probably 4.
It's really no excuse though, because that archived article is still available. You can still find it. I found it not that long ago. Absolutely. It gives you the particulars of it right there. He didn't have enough. You can also find out what his net worth was back then and how much that was going for. But and the fact that they weren't selling it, but how much it was worth. So like these things can be found out, but if you already have a cognitive bias about a great many things, right? You're not going to look into none of that, and you're just going to take, oh yeah, this is the story. This is the headcanon. Bill Cosby was one of the greatest, wisest wizards in all of Oz. And everyone loved him. And he did perfect things. And everything he touched turned to gold. And as a result of that, he was very, very rich. How rich? He was the richest person in the Milky Way galaxy. And he happened to be black. And guess what? He was power to the people. Please go read Michael Eric Dyson's Cosby, right? I'm just going to slide that in there. And he did so much for the black. Matter of fact, Martin Luther King was inspired by Bill Cosby. As a matter of fact, Harriet Tubman was inspired by Bill Cosby.
Okay.
Yo, and then when he tried to buy NBC.
Really doing headcanon. Like,
look, and then he tried to buy NBC. And the whole racist Illuminati white world came down on him and said, no, this is an outrage, because if he buys NBC, all of a sudden the black community will have more generational wealth. All of a sudden there'll be no more killings and people won't use drugs and people will just read more. We cannot allow this to happen because our success and popularity is dependent on black people being trash. This is a threat to our world, so we must stop it. How do we stop it? What could we do? I know. In the mid part of the 21st century, we will have him accused of these things, and he'll go to jail when he's 150 years old. After he's, and this is the headcanon. This is the headcanon that they have. They think Bill Cosby was about to stage a revolutionary coup when he was about to buy NBC, and they didn't. They stopped him with the help of these women saying he did these things to them.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna tell you about the time when he was on I Spy though, and he was mad at the producers of I Spy because his co-host was getting all the white women as love interests, and they was giving him the black women. He was like, "That's not fair." They ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna say, please go read Michael Eric Dyson's It's Cosby Right book. Find a PDF somewhere. Go read it. He's got the receipts. Right. They ain't gonna tell you when he said, "Why I don't want my stand-up comedian stuff to be where everybody else at the time, because it was during the civil rights struggle and all that, was using their talents to big that shit up and go, yo, we got to bring this to the public forefront. They got to change some of these things in societies. I don't want my stuff used for that, because I want it to be for everyone. Everybody should be able to relate to what I'm doing. Yo, you are part of a community that's going through some shit right now. And Harry Belafonte and all these other people are using their talents to bring attention to this, and you saying no. But the headcanon is he was this revolutionary guy that marched in all these things. That's the headcanon. I've talked to these people. I've heard them act like that. And I'm going, you really don't know that man the way you think you do. You really don't.
Yo, really right, don't. Joe. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes. Yes.
He probably did the pound cake speech and went to go quaalude some girls right after.
Facts. So this the same guy that did that is the same guy that told all of you that this is for the children. I do the Fat Albert show and all this other stuff. Yo, Image is a motherfucker, and y'all keep getting twisted up by PR shit all the time. But you know, he gave some money to some school at some point, so that means he couldn't have possibly did this other fuck shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, Thomas Jefferson was a real influential person in the country too. He still managed to rape a black woman, own slaves.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's entirely possible that people can do some good things here, but behind the scenes, they doing some shit they got no business doing. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can sit up here with that hero worship shit all you want. You alone with that.
Yeah.
We don't do that over here.
Not at all.
The one thing that we have always stressed on this show is your heroes have no power here.
Yeah.
Not here. They killing every place else. Y'all gonna kiss their ass every place else. They ain't getting their ass kissed here. Nope. Not on Black Culture.
Sound logic, Joe. He said I've never been famous. But on the flip side, I haven't drugged and raped anyone. I mean, sounds like everything coming up aces for you, my guy.
Yeah, it's like you're working this life thing very well.
Yeah,
that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
I forgot how you drug people.
I don't.
Facts. It kills objectivity and skepticism. Absolutely.
But see, I haven't given up those things. I just don't.
They're conditional.
Yeah,
they're conditional.
The moment you show me that you aren't deserving of either one of those things, I pull back.
I restrain myself from that.
Yeah, it's just
fuck you.
We had this conversation again about Sean Connery.
Yes.
Literally, we were bigging him up. An article was dropped, and after perusing that article.
Nah, B.
Course correction.
Nah, B. Ain't nobody messing with you. But again, that's what one of the biggest purposes of this show, right? Like, is the fact that we gonna big up the people we fuck with until they do some shit that we don't fuck with. Oh, you doing that? And by that we don't mean one of their pieces of product that they put out to entertain us. We happen not to like that, so now we don't rock with them. No, that's not what we mean. We mean when you do something that offends our sense of honor, our sense of integrity, we can't look at you that same way no more. And we gonna call you out on your shit.
Yeah.
We gonna call you out. That's just what the show is. But we're about to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Once again, we appreciate everybody that showed up and showed out every Saturday on the show. Definitely appreciate you guys. Your added contribution is what helps keep this show alive. It keeps it exciting. And for those of you that are listening to audio of this at your favorite podcast platform, you really should consider carving out a space on your Saturday and hang out with us, even for just an hour. Hang out with us, because we really think you would enjoy it, and we would love to have you here. Also, be sure not to forget to check out Jaded Nerd channel.
Yeah.
Go check out Addy's Game Room. Yes, Addy quits ass, but he puts pretty good content out there. So go check out his. Go check out Me and Cyrus's podcast, Metas and Mutants. If you're into comic books and comic book movies and stuff like that, definitely go check that out. As well as we have a YouTube channel of the same name. Go check that out. And of course, the Rise podcast airs tomorrow at 12 noon EST on the Rise with a Z podcast channel on YouTube. So, oh shit, Joe, do that. Joe said he wants to make a new channel for games and media.
Hey,
you know what we gonna always say, do it. We gonna always say to do it. But anyway, for my man SPJ, I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.
Peace.